Welcome everyone, another GG Millions. This is episode number 46 for season 2024. Jeff Gross alongside my man Bensbenz. He's known as, streams on Twitch, and is a all-around just amazing guy. We're really fortunate to have him today. Thank you for making the time, Ben. How are you doing?
Great. Thank you for having me. I'm super stoked for this.
Yeah, well, listen, we're gonna be talking about what you got going on. I know you've been streaming, you've been playing poker for a long time, and today, as always, it is a very exciting final table. Probably the most prolific, if not one of the most well-known, Lena 900, known as Nicholas Ostat, is at the final table. He's got some chips. We're going to be talking about him amongst some of the other legends that are here. This is, of course, a big prize pool, big buy-in, 10K that plays from Sunday pauses, and we played a winner today. There you can see 1.63 million in the prize pool. That is the final 9 that we're going to get to see today from Sunday, and we played to a winner. No deal making available. 331,000 up top to play for, guaranteed 47,000. The remaining 9, we're going to be breaking down some of the player profiles. Going to be talking about a lot of things and a lot of very interesting spots today. I know we'll get to see, as always, there you see 9 of 163 remain. It is multi-entry, so there are some players that are in for multiple bullets, but everyone here going to be pretty happy with the return. You can see the short stack, 11 big blinds, all the way up to 99, 23 Rudy, 23. And there is a look at, you can see the final tables. Nicholas Ostat was 7. He has, I believe, 5 titles, and there are multiple players that have won the tournament before. We'll talk about that, but we'll see if it'll be a new winner or a repeat. And Mr. Ben, we'll see also your tournament game versus cash games. What do you play more of, cash games or tournaments?
I'd say definitely tournaments. I'm a tournament guy. I pull up, 6 or 8 at a time and just let it rip. Hope for one to pop.
Beautiful. Well, yeah, you stream on Twitch. Guys, invite you to give him a follow. We're going to have a tweet out as well for a giveaway. And of course, we'll do the red or black on the final table to see who gets to choose first or second and third. And then we'll have we can do a dinner wager if you're up for that. And the audience will either get $50 or $100 depending on who wins. If it's your player, 50. If it's one of my players, a $100 GG ticket. And we'll have some fun today. So with that being said, I'll let you start. Red or black?
We got to go with red.
Red for the first flop. And right away, we see some firework. Bruno Volkmann, a Brazilian. Another 2 Brazilians at the final table. Actually, 3 Brazilians at the final table. And very rare not to see an Austrian flag, which might be the first time since I can remember that we don't see that. But 3 Brazilians, they also frequent here. We see a couple players, 3 players from Montenegro. I mean, that's not something you're going to see every day as well. So very Brazil, Montenegro heavy table. Nicholas, of course, from Sweden. We got Luxembourg represented and Andorra in the mix. So we got a nice mix today, as we do see a red flop, and I will let you choose either first or you can have second and third pick, and then we alternate all the way through. So your call.
First or second and third. That's sneaky. I'll let you go first, and then I'll take second and third.
Okay, I'm a sucker for chips. I'm gonna go with 2-3 Rudy, 2-3. So that will be my pick, and now you get to take second and third pick, and then we'll alternate.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Bruno and Rodrigo.
Wow, just goes for the Brazilian pair right there. I respect that. I'm gonna go with MY 1980. Got another healthy stack. My wife's Brazilian, man. I feel like that was personal. You just took my Brazilians 2 of the 3 out right there, even though they don't have most chips, but that's okay. I respect Brazil. Praze, Boa tarde. Good to see everyone, all my Brazilians out there. I bet you there's a lot of Brazilians watching today with 3 at the final table. So I got MY, and now it's your pick again.
I think Nicholas.
I built him up. That's a good pick as well. You're really
looking at his stats. He's pretty juicy.
I don't like how this is going. This is you got a lot of my guys. I'll take Diva Lavezovic Velezovic, who is also a GGMillion champion. That'll be my next pick.
Okay. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but let's go with Vask. M Vask. Got 41 bigs.
Okay, that's a nice pick. I'm gonna go with the Brazilian there. Finally, I got one. Pedro, very, very accomplished player, great player. As we see real quick, the Rodrigo on the river, I think debating on a big raise here as he played at Koi. I think he just called pre. I think he called flop, called turn, and now Bruno, who makes a small bet. Okay, there we go. There he goes for some value on the river. And I mean, this is going to look fishy, right? Like, what 9Xs is he flatting? What hand does he not raise along the way? He does have a heart. The heart draw does miss. So, I mean, if you're Bruno, this is it's kind of asking a lot to fold here. It doesn't make a ton of sense unless he had like 9-10 suited or 9-8 suited and flatted pre. But this is be curious if he can get away from this. And then let's see, let's round out the pick. So I got Pedro, and then I guess you get Nikita, right?
Nikita, yep. Nikita's mine.
Okay.
Watch him come from behind.
All right, from the back of the pack. All right, audience. So if one of my players win, you get a $100 ticket. If one of Ben's players win, you get 50. And that was quite a fold. Bruno just got flatted pre and didn't pay off the river bet. So pretty strong fold there. World-class stuff as we expect. And now Rudy, who is the chip leader, does not open on the button. A little surprised with his stack, how deep they are. They doesn't open a suited hand there, but that is, you know, hey, that's okay. That's you don't have to play every pot, and he is going to get out of the way as ace-9 suited and 10-6 take a flop. And Ben, tell me, how often are you streaming right now on Twitch?
Not much. Once or twice a month. I just, when I get enough messages and DMs from people saying, "Hey, please stream. We love your streams," then I just let it rip. But it's really, really fun for me to kind of let loose and drink a little bit and just play poker. And we do other fun stuff, like do some giveaways and some small tournaments where, like, home games where everyone plays, and then I usually give the winner, you know, a little bit extra on top.
Very cool. Well, we are seeing here ace-9 on the river is going to go ahead and bet, kind of turn the hand, it looks like, into a bluff. I mean, he gets a better hand to fold there, as that is a good result for our friend from Montenegro. Again, 3 players Montenegro, 3 players Brazil. And he's using his emojis. He's also won this tournament before, one of the GGMillion champions, as Rudy now goes to work with the King-7 suited. King-6 of spades in the big blind does defend. And Rudy here, let's see if he goes, imagine a C-bet. He's covering. He's chip leader. He goes small. And King-6 suited. That's a cool-looking flag. I guess that is, what is that? That's Luxembourg. Not say I've not been there. And you are from, tell me about Idaho. You said you live in Idaho. You're from there?
Yep, from Idaho right now, and just enjoy the lakes up here. I've been in Colorado for the last 12 years, doing my thing down there, but Idaho's where it's at, closer to all my family and everything. So
very cool. Yeah, I can't say I know much about Idaho, so I'm supposed to go there next summer. We'll see. Gonna check it out. I'm sure it's beautiful, and definitely the time to be there in the summer, as we see ace-7 suited, king-jack, and ace-5 suited flops huge on the button. As again, Nicholas doesn't have much to work with. Ace-7 suited, you know, it could get curious, right? It's got backdoor straight, backdoor flush. There are going to be some suited hands on the button that he beats, so I would imagine Nicholas folds, and Rodrigo, multi-way pot though, may just get out of the way. See if he, would you peel here, or do you think you let this go?
I'd probably peel one, I think. I mean, you never know, you know. 8 of clubs comes, 4 of clubs comes, ace comes, and you get yourself in a world of hurt. I don't know. You guys are playing for a lot of money.
Does call. Good news for him. He's not going to peel a improvement and probably be able to get away here. Ace-5 suited really has such a strong hand. Trips on the 6-5-5 rainbow board. Turn flush draw possible. Backdoor flush draw. So see what he goes for sizing here. But he's got to feel pretty good. I mean, if he's against an overpair, jacks, 9s, queens, kings, some likely possible overpairs, he's going to be in great shape. So he does go big. And that should end the hand there.
Tweet, not my links. Just got the YouTube link.
Oh, yeah, there we go. I put it out on Twitter. That is this. Guys can retweet that. Welcome to join on that giveaway as well. $50 cash for the winner there. And we have multiple giveaways going, and we are going to be playing to a winner. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for watching. Always a pleasure to be here. And we are 9-handed with some of the titans of the game. Nicholas Ostat definitely stands out, 5-time GG Million champion. Multiple other winners here. Bruno Volkmann has won multiple times, and D. Valsvak has also won. I think there's one other, if I'm not mistaken. Nikita also a champion, GG Million champion on the short stack though. Still plenty of play. Ace King gonna open up, and pretty nice hand there in the big blind. Bruno to imagine defends.
So what are the blinds? 20-40. Yep. 20-40.
Ooh, what a flop here. Top with a backdoor flush draw and sneaky double gutter. The 9 or the king makes the nuts if it's not a diamond. So he is going to go ahead and bet. And this is one of those ones where, again, not much other option than call. You're hoping maybe for the 9s, kind of sneaky, or the king. It's a gut shot. 7 of clubs. This is as much action as you're going to get here, Ben. You got the double gutter and the flush draw versus top. And
I think it's coming. I think it's coming. The Brazilian's gonna win it.
Gonna be some betting here for sure. I mean, depending how big the bet. I don't really see many versions of Bruno folding.
Oof.
Interesting. So
he tries to bluff at it and gets called off.
Yeah, I think that's a you know, the positives there of checking is you pot control, and then you also do catch some bluffs such as this. I mean, obviously the big blind Jack 9 makes a straight on the turn. Also could be against some 2-pair combos, so he does slow down. And Bruno, I think he will elect to bluff here. He also has a jack, right, which is a key card. Jack 9 making a straight. He's in the big blind, going to have a lot of jack. He does have the Jack 9 combo, so I think we'll see a bet here. Probably big.
Think he overbets it?
You know, I do, but also he's so aware of where he's at and what he's representing. Also, flush draw misses. He doesn't have any diamonds so he actually decides to go against it. Now the question is do you go for value with ace king, or are you just kind of like, hey, I'm a little scared, big pot, important pot, check back. But when you get checked to, it's very tempting to go for a value bet here.
Yeah, I think these guys are too good. I think he goes for the bet. We'll see.
Yep. Does go for it. And queen jack suited all of a sudden is a, you know, it's frustrating, but he does get out of the way. Kind of loses the minimum. And definitely. We see Flavio from Brazil say, maybe from Brazil, it's a very Brazilian name. Hello, boa noite, boa tarde. We got 3 Brazilians today, and we are going to play down to a winner. You play the main event, Ben? What's some of the tournaments you get to play live much or not? Not to get played.
Not too much. I put a bunch of people in the main event last year, and some of them were pretty successful, did well, ran deep. Just as like stakes, I went to Vegas and did some fun like just random events to put people in poker events like a scavenger hunt and other stuff. I actually rented some Ferraris and we all raced against each other. Person who got first. Oop, we got ace king here.
Short stack gonna fold. Where did you do that on the track, like the speedway there, or just on the
speedway? Yep, the speedway. And I made my first YouTube video of it. That turned out really, really good. Got a cameraman there, and there was like 15 people. I flew them in, and we all raced Ferraris. And I forget his name. He's another streamer, but he got first place, and I put him in the main event, and then put a few other people in the main event too.
I'm gonna search on your YouTube. So you put you have it on your YouTube channel, or where is it specifically? It's on a video. It's where can people watch that?
Oof. I have to get the link. It'll take a while, but I can shoot you the link.
We'll find it. You guys can also give him a follow on Twitch. Where can they follow you?
Bensbenz, BENSBENZ on Twitch.
Very cool. We see here ace king short stack gets outflopped by Rodrigo in the big blind. 3-4 defends, and now the queen 8-3 queen. Tough spot here for Pedro. Does he conserve, take a free one? Does he go for it here? Does he try to win this pot now? Put pressure on a 3 and an 8. There are some flush draws as well that he might run the risk of getting bluffed off or giving equity to. So he does check back, and now will 3-4 be able to show this down? I think he might be able to.
You think he puts a little bet out there because that guy is so low stacked? How many blinds is that for Pedro? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he
12.
definitely could blocker bet here, and he does check. And Pedro may be happy enough just to check back, right? He does beat some hands, some flush draws that call. There's some worse ace highs. So a nice pickup for Rodrigo and Pedro. That's pretty tough to be short stack. You get defended by 3-4 off, lose with ace king in position, but as it stands, still in. We are 9-handed again, playing to a winner. As you see the payouts in the lower left of your screen get pretty juicy as it gets going. Top 5 going to get really top 6 get about 100K or more, and first 330,000. This is a fair fight. Ace jack to sixes. We will just call, and we see a king 7-4 rainbow. We are on delay, so it's live, but on a slight delay. Of course, can't have the whole cards up, and people see that. That is that wouldn't make a lot of sense, but I get it. That is a good question. That is probably the most common question. And again, it is live, just on some delay here as we see a check on the flop. Have you been in these places, in these countries? Montenegro, Luxembourg? I haven't been to those. Brazil? You do much traveling, Ben?
I've done quite a bit of traveling. I didn't actually move to the States until I was around 16. Lived all over. And next week I'm going to Costa Rica to play some poker. That'll be fun. But yeah, I've never been to these countries. I went to Uruguay before, never Brazil. A lot of Europe and stuff. What about you? What's the coolest place you've ever been?
Actually, I haven't been to Montenegro. I'm supposed to go there they have a Triton in May. Gonna be my plans to go there. I got 2 little kids now, so a little less travel. But I mean, man, probably Maldives is like the most random, coolest place been. I don't know. I love traveling. It's just not as much anymore. And it's on poker. It is fun to kind of combination with a stop, get to play some poker, check out a new venue, and I enjoy it. It's just not as much now. Not as much traveling. You have kids?
Kids, yep. And actually about to have another one too. We have a 18-year-old, 15-year-old, and I got a bun in the oven.
18-year-old?
Yeah. I I told my wife, I said, if we're gonna have one, it's got to be this year, and we just sent it, so we're going for it.
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you? I would think you're like 30.
40. 40.
40. So you started 22, started young. That's okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's a nice spread. 18. That's starting all over again. You're doing the one really go to college, and now you're starting over. I respect that. That's awesome.
It's funny, actually. Yesterday we had the college conversation because he got approved to pretty much any college he wants to go to, and yesterday we were having that college talk. So it's pretty big difference, but
crazy. Well, we got ace, king, and eights here, and an ace on the river. MY 1980 is going to welcome that. Pretty clean board. Ace 6 7 3 queen goes for a bet, and pocket eights can't love the river. Going to have a decision. I mean, it is big blind, right? There are some things that miss. Having eights isn't great because you block 8-5, 8-9. It's like 8-5 suit or 8-9 off that are likely kind of bluff misses. You don't have a heart in your hand. So this is close. This is definitely close. I think the combo is not great. I think you would, you'd almost rather have tens or jacks or like fours, right? It's just like in terms of you're blocking some of the bluffs, but he is thinking about it. He's giving a good thought.
So they have 11 minutes of total time bank for the whole final tail. Wow, he does pay off.
Makes the call. And I mean, look, I don't blame him. I think there are better combos, but at the end of the day, you got to have some calls. You got to keep people honest. And he is going to make the call and get shown the bad news as MY 1980 is going to extend the, I guess, almost chip lead, second place stack as Rodrigo takes a bit of a hit. And we got some of the chats that have been to 79 countries. That is wild. That's a lot. I don't know. I'd have to count mine. I don't know, but it's definitely not near that. I think there's like 220 roughly in the world. That is a lot. 80 countries is legit. 79. Yeah, let us know in the chat how many countries you've been to. I think that's an interesting question. I mean, part of Europe though, right? It's like the US. It's like saying how many states you've been to. A lot of countries are close. You could drive through, knock out a lot in one shot, but you start getting to like Africa or some other areas, you start getting, it's a huge country and spread out. And yeah, that is a lot. That is a lot of people there. As we see nines, just call, open and call. Ace 8 finds the ace. And pocket nines are now and is
Oof.
not in the lead. And that's not a good card for nines, because you're going to start thinking that you're doing pretty well against a wide
Mhm.
variety of hands. Not necessarily thinking about an ace is not sort of a consideration, but you do lose the tens plus all the ace X's that happen to have an ace like this, and then you do beat some random like jack kings, king queens that might bet. Some sevens might think they have the best hand. So I think you have to call at least one, and then decide on the river.
What happens when the 9 comes? Then you're in the same predicament. Oh, that's a
Wow,
good fold.
nice
Wow.
fold. Just maybe an exploitative fold there. Just says, hey, you know what? I don't see this as a great situation. If he is semi bluff and I still have to fade that river card, that I might guess. And then the times where you're basically dead, like an ace X, you're just dead. And he is giving some emojis there saying he's not sure, but hey, safety first, right? Final table, ICM, big payouts, gets out of the way and doesn't take a hit. There's another classic flip, eights to ace queen. Now, again, I mentioned Nicholas. He has won so many GGMillion titles. He's also maybe the most decorated online player there is. And these are tricky. You're out of position. You're playing against an opponent that, could go multiple streets there. It'd be interesting. Bruno probably going to be aggressive on a heart. Ace, queen, eights. Let's see if he's going to try to bet here or not. And I think a lot of respect for Nicholas in the game. Both players familiar with each other, and wouldn't be shocked to see Bruno slow down. He also could put a big bet in, put some pressure on a four, a deuce, a hand like this, and then maybe shell off like a heart river. But we'll see if he slows down or puts it on. Does slow down.
Eights are gonna hold.
Yeah, as played, I don't see a world where Nicholas loses. He actually goes ahead and bets for value. I mean, look, you have ace queen. You know a player's capable. There are some bluffs, right? There are some heart draws that miss, maybe with something in there, but he does go ahead and Bruno doesn't make a meal of it, does fold. Nice pot for Nicholas, 1 point. Trying to see, is it a little blurry? Is it 3? I think he's got 1.3, so 33 blinds about. No one out yet, 9-handed. We're about 22 minutes in. We have seen a few raise and takes, nothing crazy. Rudy is now over 4 million. And Nicholas wondering what to do here. Could attack short stack, right? He's got the short stack in the big blind. He's also got Rudy that's chip leader, going to open pretty wide. And he was thinking about the light 3-bet there. He did pass ultimately.
Hi, poser, disposer. Hi, John.
You got some friends, some people from the stream in here? Seeing
yeah.
some.
Well, that John Robertson, he's actually one that I did a little thing on Twitter last year, and I said, whoever makes a funny video or a good video, I'm going to fly you out to the World Series of Poker to race those Ferraris. And he made this awesome video. He ended up driving his family all the way from like the East Coast to Vegas,
Wow.
which was crazy. And I told him, because he did that, I would let him flip a coin if he didn't win the Ferrari race for a main event seat, because his dream was to always play the main event. I think he's a school teacher with kids as well, my daughter.
Wow.
And anyway, he didn't win the Ferrari race, but he did flip the coin and bink the main event seat, and it's pretty epic on the video. But
that's awesome.
Looks like we got some crazy hands coming here. Does 10 just go out of the way?
Yeah, kings under the gun open, and then you got tens. You have an under the gun open and a 3-bet from the chip leader. Like this is your deep though, 1 and 2 stack. I mean, I'm never gonna. Did he raise? Wow. Wow. That I mean, this is why I love poker, man. It's just, I'm like, he was never going to raise. It's a chip leader, but I guess he's seeing where he's at. He figures the chip leader's light a lot here, and he's just going to get the bad news.
Yeah.
Wow, this is,
does he try and be sneaky and just call?
I'll be honest, this is a very rare sight where you see the two chip leaders tangoing and battling. So he does just call with tens. Doesn't want to get against if he somehow has aces or like ace king suited. Even that, to put it in, would be a pretty big disaster to play that big a pot with that kind of equity. So he sees a safe flop, and now tens though gets called and is going to think, is that wow, NY is absolutely firing at this pot, half pot, and Rudy. I mean, I don't see how he can ever fold here, but this is like, you don't love it, right? You're like, wow, like could he really just have aces? Like what he's repping is pretty much specifically aces.
Yep. I thought he was going to get out of the way. Wait, he just goes for it.
I mean, honestly, I'll tell you what, Rudy does not love the spot. Wow.
Whoa!
Wow. That is the hand of the day early. And MY is just put it down. I mean, I don't think the thing is he's not bluffing there, right? He's like, I got tens. I mean, you're 3-betting wide, and like that's a good flop for tens, and he just barreled it. And that is going to be one. Rudy, I'm surprised Rudy didn't think longer. That's a big fold, man. I mean, that is a big fold.
Yeah, but once you make that call on the flop, you're committed. Like I feel like once he makes the call, he's committed. But he just decides early to say, "I'm out of the way." Wild.
I honestly felt like it was kind of coming. I didn't think he was going to fold the flop, but I thought there's a scenario where if he kept firing tens and the turn was, whatever. That is, wow. That is a big swing there. And I'm very curious if MY would have kept firing if he got called there. Like say the river's just a brick, or sorry, the turn, if he would just shell it off, like that was crazy.
Yeah, that pot was brewing to be big because he bet 600 something. Yeah, that was a bit of.
Yeah, ICM implications massive there. 1 and 2. If you look at their total GG earnings, the interesting part is these guys are the two least GG million earnings. So you got from Nikita's got 7.5 million, Pedro has 6 million, Nicholas Osted has 29 million plus earnings on GG poker alone. Think about all the other sites over so many years. So I mean, just put in perspective how shocking that stat is. So like again, and then you got MY 1980 who's got 200,000 in earnings only, and then let's see, and I'm sorry, yeah, GG 522 and 292 for Rudy. Wow, that is crazy. And now tens all in, and Nicholas, this is a close spot too versus Nikita, who he knows is going to play good. He does call, does have the correct odds. He is flipping king queen suited tens for our potential first elimination. 10 would be no good.
Club or jack.
Club is available, and it is going to be a, oh my goodness, is a 3, and that is a double for Nikita, also a former GG Million champion, and now he is letting out a sigh of relief. That is a big pot. Nikita back in it. No one is out. Everything evens up a little bit. You got Pedro on the short stack. What I mean, Benz, that King's fold, man, that is pretty shocking.
That's pretty shocking. I mean,
I just that was crazy.
Sometimes you sense it in your gut, and I mean, it was the wrong sense, but
I'll tell you what, sometimes you sense it in your gut, and sometimes you sense it in your bankroll. And I'll tell you, if you're the first and second stack, you look at 330 to first, and all of a sudden you realize you could be playing a pot where you're out the door for 47. There is something to be said about that with ICM, where sometimes you just gotta like respect the guy that's going for it, and he just I'm not saying that's the time, but there are times where you just know you might be. It's like, okay, the risk reward, and he just said, hey, I'm sitting nice. There's some really short stacks. I don't need to go crazy right now. And he did get out of the way, but that was crazy.
And any other player, he's probably just, going in with it.
Yeah, you just say, hey, I'm rolling the dice. Hopefully they have queens, jacks, tens, ace, king. And let's get it in.
We got one brewing.
Another spot now. Kings to ace, king. We saw D. Valovic, who went very cautious with nines, got out of the way. This time again, I mean, wow, this is going to be interesting because this could be a big pot here. Ace king suited on the button. Montenegro on Montenegro crime. Let's see. Is there a world where he just flats with the ICM? I mean, that would be a little crazy, but hey, we've seen some pretty cautious play. We saw earlier just a flat with ace king as well versus ace jack. I think we just saw a kind of controlled pot to the river. So let's see here. I think he's gonna he's gonna 3-bet, and now Rudy, does he put the
here comes the pressure.
Let's see if he just got if he just flats, he could get in a weird spot. If he raises and gets shoved, I mean, we're gonna see 5.
I think he goes for the gusto and the call. Oh, there he goes.
There it is. And honestly,
And a
there
call.
it is. There we go.
Oh, you got a
Kings.
pot.
Big pop brewing early on here. 4 million available.
Oh,
Comes on the flop, 1 king left in the deck, and this is an absolute nightmare for Rudy, who folds versus tens. There's a jack on the river, and D. Valzovic, who is a champion, he has got the emoji. He's fired up. He is absolutely on a roll, and he's got 4 mil. He is your tie for chip lead, and that is a crazy swing. Rudy folds kings to tens, then gets in kings, ace, king, and gets there on, and he is definitely not thrilled about that. With 2 big stacks to his left, very tough rest of the final table coming up.
Trying to figure out if that's my guy or your guy. Oh, that's definitely your guy. Crap.
Wow. Yeah, that was we got a dinner on the line, man. We got a dinner on the line here. I'm trying to see what's going on. So Rudy took a hit, and I'm sorry, you got the 2 Brazilians. You took Rodrigo and Bruno. I have Pedro. You have Nicholas. I have Rudy. I have MY. You have Velsfuck. I think you have him.
Do I?
I think so. No, you took the Luxembourg. And you have Nikita, right?
Nikita, yep. I think you have
Nikita.
I think you have
Nicholas. Oh yeah, I think I might. I think, man. Yeah, I think you're in trouble a little bit.
Yeah, that one hurt.
It's early. It's early, audience.
Nicholas is coming from behind and gonna ship it all.
Wow. Ace, queen suited, queens. Yeah, this is just bet all in. Brazil on Brazil crime, man. This is, again, ace, queen suited. It's got outs. Bruno calls.
I think queens are
ace, queen suited. Gonna get to see the good news. He is in the lead, but again, wow. I mean, 2 diamonds with the ace. This is out of control right now. The absolute from behind
one out
hands, and he has literally got 1 out, right? A queen. Well, he has 1 out. The diamond doesn't matter because 2 outs. Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, 1 out. He had the queen in his hand, so he had a bad situation is what he had. He did not have a good situation there, and Bruno is now short. Pedro gonna flip-flop, and man, if you wanted action, you're in the right spot. We are off to a very fast start today. A lot of hands, a lot of from behind, people surviving, still 9-handed. And if you're at a final table, Ben, you want a ladder, right? Especially when you're short. It's just nice to see some people go out. Sort of over a half hour in, we've seen multiple get theirs from behind, and we're still 9-handed. No one has been removed. 3 players pretty short, and very talented players at that. So this is not going to be a cakewalk of a final table.
Oof. Just tries to get cheeky and gets there. 6-7.
Wow. I mean, this is a lot. This is a lot of action.
I like it.
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what else you can ask for. We're off and running here. We've got a flush for 7-9 here. He is going to go for a small bet, 6-7 suited. Got a straight flush draw at that, and Bruno going to get out of the way. Not that tough of a decision. What's the last live poker tournament you played?
Oh, I played at World Series of Poker last year. I was played a few. I did the tag team event, and I went down for the World Poker Tour in December, but I only played cash. I actually got to be featured on their eight. Oh, this is a hand. Ace is just sitting there like, what's going on?
Yeah, this is definitely music to his ears. 8-9 suited going to get out of the way, and we're going to see another.
He said, "Whoops."
Nikita is in a very nice spot, although as we know, king queen suited does have some power. Picks up a gut shot, so that's not nothing. Has to fade a jack or a jack only. 3 of those because a club is no good. Jack club's got 3 outs on the river. Ooh, paint.
Looks like it.
All right, club. King of clubs, not enough. GG, 8 left. Tough for Bruno. Really got kind of set up. Queen's ace queen, and then in a spot where couldn't avoid it, and that was it. So GG, out the door, 8 left.
Wow, started today with 54 bigs, and yep. That was
Taking
my
some
first
notes,
first
guys. Some
pick.
very exciting hands today. You saw that matchup, Nikita 7.5 million versus Bruno 12 million on GGPoker earning alone. This is a lot of millions, man. It's a lot of tournaments, a lot of player, a lot of experience here at the GG Millions. Again, 10K buy-in from Sunday, finish out on Tuesdays. And we appreciate all of you who are here watching. Hit that thumbs up. That is part of the giveaway. We will have at the end $50 or $100. That'll be the first part of it and a keyword. We'll add that. And then, of course, the tweet, Jeff Gross Poker pin tweet. You guys can win $50 cash. That is up and out right now.
Seven from space. Wouldn't you just check that back with, I don't know, flopping the world there?
With the King 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you just, want to be balanced. You're going to get 6X. You're going to get some draws like this on. Also, it's like, it's hard for him to have a 5, so he is going to bet. He also could get check rate. He's inviting his opponent to make a move or get involved, and he is now got a very nice spot on the. I just don't know. I mean, 8-9, right? You got the 2 overs to the 6. This is not a great card for you, and probably going to go away here.
Yeah,
big bet. Wow.
Yeah.
And we've seen some big hands so far here. We're taking a break where we don't have matchup of massive hands, but we have seen some coolers already.
How often do the blinds go up in this tournament? Is it
upper left? You can see it tells you the level and then in how many more hands. So it looks like 14 more hands. I think it's every 20, if I'm not mistaken. But obviously, as it gets shorthanded, that starts going faster because of not as many players. But yeah.
Hi, chat revoked. See you in chat.
What's that?
Oh, just saying hi to someone in chat.
Yeah. There he is. I thought you said you got your chat revoked, but yes, chat revoked. Legend. Good to see you, brother. Good to see a lot of familiar faces. Let us know where you're watching from. Hope you're enjoying. We got Ben in Idaho. I'm in the East Coast in Miami, and we are here to play to a winner. And Nicholas trying to get back in the game after he's got off to a rough start.
Yeah, going back to your question about the live tournaments, I played in Uruguay. I think it was last year, and last year or the year before, and I got a 3rd or 4th place for around 30,000. That felt pretty good. So not a lot. I do just enjoy giving other people the opportunity to play poker and take a percentage if they do well, which sometimes pays out pretty good, sometimes doesn't. But that
what's your best piece? What's your best backing or piece story?
So for the best ROI, was on the website. You can spin to win people's action. Like it's like kind of like almost like a slot machine, but you can pay a couple dollars and try and win a piece of their action. And I believe the screen name was R Bomb, and I have no idea who this player was, but I spun. It cost $5. And then I got, I think it was 75 or 80% of a high roller, a 630, and he ended up shipping it for like, I think 60 grand or something. It was great. And he, at the final table, he was down to scraps like a couple times and just kept battling back. And I wish I could find that person and be like, thank you for the huge chunk.
Yeah, it's awesome with the staking. There's different sites where you can do that, where you can buy a piece and sweat. And it's also amazing with Twitch, right? Or YouTube now, you stream, you watch someone, you get a piece, and you get to actually watch and sweat with them. It really is amazing that's how the world we live in, because it's technology is really cool, and that is definitely fun. It's a fun way if you love poker to sweat in the action.
Yep.
No doubt about it.
I did want to. It was not too long ago. His name was Poker Captain, really nice guy. And I did a home game, and I just gave everyone that wanted to play $1. We all played, and I said I'd give the winner like a $215 poker stake to anyone they wanted. He ended up winning it, the 215 ticket, and then later that night, he writes me and he's like, "Hey, I'm super deep in this big tournament," and he won like I think 25 grand. And I'm thinking to
Wow.
myself, I don't even know this guy. I hope that he like sends back half. You know, you just pray. And like before I even woke up, he had shipped back half, and he's like, "Much love, thank you so much." And I'm just, it's and that was actually his biggest win ever. So the stories like that is really why I do what I do, and it makes me really happy to do things like that. And
That's awesome.
yeah,
I see. I see in the chat Alfie asking. He already invested 10K to play a tournament. There's no reason to be afraid of money in the ICM to play King. Just lose the ace, and that's worst case decision. Yeah, I hear you, but you also don't know. There's satellites. Players, you can see, as we mentioned, the earnings. Nicholas Ostad has $30 million in GG earnings. This player, Rudy, has 292, right? And it's like, you never know, right? You might satellite him for $100, and that's to get even the ladder up some. But again, also, you sometimes just think you're beat, whether it's about the money or not. You're just like, hey, like this guy, I believe he's got this hand, and he's repping this, and give him credit, and credit to MY 1980. He made a strong play that was sort of a hybrid, right? He was like betting his hand strong protection, but it ended up being it was like a bluff, as it turned out, which he didn't know. As we see both players here make the straight.
I really feel like in tournaments, when you get to the final table, there's one like crucial moment where you get one over on someone that you may may not have normally. Oh wow, just a call. Being careful.
Yeah, just a call. I like it. I mean, he probably figures he's not getting called. If he raises, won't get called by worse. So he's just in case he has ace queen. That makes sense.
Yep.
In that spot.
But I
And
feel
our friend
like
from Montenegro is not afraid. 10 jack off under the gun. MY 1980 ace jack suited is gonna pop it up. This player, I'll tell you what, is not afraid. That is for sure. He has shown that time and time again. He is putting pressure on.
What's his earnings? It says he has one cash in the GG millions.
Yeah, he's got 522 in earnings total. So again, most every other player here has multi-millions, and these MY as well as Rudy are on the lower side. Comparatively, still impressive, right? To have 500,000 in earnings online on one site. There's obviously multiple sites, so guy knows how to play. But that was the tens hand was definitely like kind of over out of line in my opinion. He played it pretty aggressively, and he actually was stepping into it, but he got bailed out with the fold, as he is still putting pressure here.
Hi, Mike. Hi, Mike. Mikey Mike. He said buy a piece of this guy.
Yeah, I'm making some notes. That was we've seen a very interesting start to the very interesting start here, everybody. I am impressed, and I am excited to see how this is going to play out. I want to see if Nicholas can get out of the depths with 750K. See if he's able to do a Pedro with aces. That's a good way to be making moves, as no one really has much behind though.
Uh-oh. Is this gonna? Wow. He's tightening up.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, this is gonna see 4.4 million for Valsvik is a very nice start, as we see a few modest hands. King jack off. Tough stack to open early position. Vulnerable stack, like the fold. King queen, a little more appetizing to open. He's got 1.8 million. Can open. Got to remember the chip leaders on the button. Also, some pretty even now. There's really no one short other than Nicholas. 750. A lot of similar stack size. So this will be an interesting final table. As king queen suited, that's a lot of hands. King queen. Fair fight. Actually, a free roll for the spade.
Free roll,
could become relevant. Not actually a free roll. Actually, one of these players could bet the other off the hand. Although king queen, curious. I wouldn't hate a bet here, right? There's not too many ace X hands from the big blind. So like by betting, you get value out of some worse kings. You also protect against some draws. And now likely this will go check, check, I would imagine. There you go. Turn it over, chop it up.
It says, phew. I love the emotes. It's pretty cool.
Man, just big hands are getting pulled around here, right? There's aces, eights, just a flat MY. I like the flat.
I think an 8's coming.
I like the no raise. That seems pretty straightforward. No one gets hurt here with the flop. Aces, pretty safe board. Eights does not make the set. Likely won't go crazy here. As we'll see the sizing. I mean, this is a good flop for aces. Pretty bit disconnected. You also have the ace of spades, so you're a little less worried about being against the nut flush draw or flush draw. And MY with eights also doesn't hate the board, right? Beats some hands, ace jack, ace queen, some lower pairs that might open, although this stack from Nikita gonna not be opening super wide. And the spade rolls off. Another nice card for Nikita. You feel pretty good with aces and the ace of spade. Shouldn't be any fours in MY's range.
Wow. That's a go.
And eights, you know, sometimes playing pairs, you're like, all right, I'm just going to call no set, no bet. And then you find yourself with eights and it comes like 7-4 deuce, right? It's like, all right, well, how can you fold the one bet? And then the turn's like clean and then you get in there for another. So it's always interesting to see people play pairs post flop and not get married to it, as Valsvik showing he's willing to go for it. He is the chip leader. He's the captain. He's going to go ahead and kick up the king 7 off 4.5 million. This is Benz, you're bringing big hands, brother. Kings, queens, I mean, this is not normal. This is not normal hands. We're seeing big hands today. Rudy this time with the best of it.
He is not folding kings again. The delay just caught up with him, and he's watching himself fold kings into tens, and he's like, nope, not today. Have you seen that
Nikita
clip?
Gets away from this?
Well, the queen.
Because it's going to go raise, re-raise. It's a very tough spot. I don't know, man. This is actually pretty wild. This is going to be interesting. I guess ace king might be able to get away from it because it may go raise, re-raise, re-raise all in. And then if you got ace king, you're kind of like, okay, that's a lot of info.
You're telling a story. Lines up. I don't know. I was in a spot where I folded queens on the last day of a day 3 into day 4, and it was the very last hand, and it was very stupid. I watched it play out and watched myself just feel sick. So for me, I'm learning from that mistake and just probably just shipping it here. But
I mean, look, this is
got a 6. Yeah, that Nikita's with the 650 chips. Oh man, how many blinds is that? That's not many.
He's got 40 bigs, queens in the big blind. I mean, it is also what, 6 for 8-handed poker. Is there a world where he could make it like 550, 600? And then wow, I mean, there's some worlds where you just know and you just get out of the way. And that is, wow, strong, very strong.
I like it. But here's the rip. There we go.
The rip. And again, you just don't love it, but he didn't think long. He knew he made up his mind. He wasn't 3-bet bluffing. He has value, ace, king, 2 kings. You just don't want to believe it could happen again. So can he fade now the river and Rudy get back to close to the promised land? It is going to be clean, and Rudy back in a big way. And now that shows the queens loud and proud. Nikita dodges a bullet there, and we're up to 30K, 60K. In good, it's not good game. 2.5 million though. He is in third, and we see now a short stack joining Nicholas.
It's like action. We bring in the action, that's for sure.
Yep, there's definitely been action today, as we see now. We will see how this plays out, but at the moment, we did remember the chip leader hit the ace king suited to kings. That was a huge flop the ace, and we would have seen Rudy with all the chips. Instead, he's in third, and he's got a tough seat, but he's in there. And look at this. Nicholas decides to go after the chip lead open with the Jack Queen suited, puts it all in. And King 8 suited, this would be a little bit wide, of course, to go with it. And Nicholas does force a fold from a better opponent. Very important in tournament poker at a final table to understand dynamics. And when the chip leader opens, they're going to open so wide. He's already been opening King 7 off. So Jack Queen suited there even gets a better hand to fold. Does have realizing that the chip leader isn't generally going to want to be calling off light. They want to just raise, fold, pick up pots, and they're also going to be opening so wide. I like that Jack Queen suited attack there.
Gregory Ham. Hi. Saying hi to all my friends in chat. It's pretty cool. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, bro. Appreciate it. Hey, listen, I know you do a lot of giveaways. You stream. You're in there. You've been playing poker for a long time, and it's a pleasure to have you on. And we hope some people can go check out your stream. Like you said, you're not streaming a ton, but you do like to do it, and you do giveaways. And we got giveaways here, and we're gonna have a fun time. We're gonna get to call some great action and see a high intensity final table, as we've already seen some pretty wild all-ins. And this is close. Ace-9 closing the action. He is going to sheriff it. Does call. Can afford it. He's actually ahead. Ace-9, King-Queen. Fades the flop. Pretty big favorite now. Turn is clean. 6 outs, 1 to come. Big
King on the river.
Out to the river.
King it.
And it is
King
paint. Oh, it's
Queen it.
Stays alive. That is your player. Definitely.
Need him to hang out a little bit longer.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, there you go.
Hits it on the river. Jacks, Ace-10, and that is.
I think it's going all in again. I think he's going to ride the wave, and maybe not. Those blind versus blind hands get me in so much trouble.
Yeah, I mean that open's going to probably save him though with the raise and the 3-bet, right? Would have been blind on blind, likely getting in.
Yep. Chip leader getting frisky.
It's a lot to peel. They're deep though. Wow, peels in middle set. Can MY give a little rope?
It's a big pot. It's a big pot right here.
It is, but it's also doesn't 9-7 just completely whiffs. I mean, MY could show a little rope there, but nah, he's gonna bet, and this should just end it. And he just, did go peeling though. Decided to take a peel super deep. Two of the leaders. He will get out of the way. MY gonna chip up there, and now has the chip lead.
Oh my gosh, look at this. Wow.
Another big couple of hands. 10s and kings. I mean,
if
60K big blind. So we're talking about 20 lines. This is going to be open. And Nikita's done a good job of getting out of the way. A lot of premium hands here. 10s, kings, king, queen suited.
I don't think he's getting out of the way. I think he's going to
He'll likely flat, though, and then he'll probably go squeeze. He might get out of the way. I don't think he's going to 3-bet this. So.
I don't know. Oh, he just calls. Okay.
He's gonna.
And you got king queen over there too. He'll get out of there, but
gonna get to.
Expert commentary from Bensbenz. That might clear out the table. I think everyone's gonna muck to him. That's a big pot to pick up too. He's got to fold.
Yeah. Nikita's doing a good job. Queens is like, I mean, again, it's not with that action. It's not crazy, but some people are just going to rip it in there. C5. So he did do a good job, got out of the way, and he is in, feels a little bit like a free roll. I mean, I'm telling you, I've never seen this many big pairs. We've had kings, aces, queens, kings to aces, kings to ace, king. Ace king suited to we've just seen a lot of matchups, and Pedro closing the action here. King 4 suited versus the short stack min raise. I mean, does call, not going to hit the board, so probably get out of the way.
Does doing commentary and watching these pros help your poker game? You think, like watching how their decisions make and all that? Because this is like giving me such a different perspective. It's so cool to watch.
It is. It's great. You know what I mean? Like it's a final table. This is the highest level. It's a 10K buy-in. So if you go online, a 10K probably calibrates like a 25K or 50K live. This is like the elite. So, you know, if you're playing a $50, $20 tournament, some of these principles are going to be, you got to be careful how you're using it, but it definitely, I feel, elevates the game, and you get to see some interesting sort of population tendencies. You get to see some of the best in the world. If they do something that maybe you're like, wow, that's different, or I don't know, well, I wouldn't do that, then yeah, it's great, right? You get to kind of check on that, right? You get to say, why is that happening? Talk with your friends, look at it, make a note, and then sort of try to learn from it, especially if you keep seeing it repeatedly. You know, I noticed a lot of 3-bets are smaller. The sizing's gotten smaller. And then at final tables, and it's just, there's always, like, the game always shifts a bit, right? Like new info, new way of viewing things. And it's great to be here and see it. I mean, it does help a lot.
Someone in chat says, well, someone said, how many times have we seen King versus 10-10? I think 3, but someone also says, how does the deck have 16 kings? That is what if this guy just, oh, okay.
Wow. Rudy, maybe a little bit feeling a little personal here. He takes it under the gun. He's going to raise the deuce-8 off, goes for a highlight of the day. He's like, look, you beat me with ace-king to kings. I can win with deuce-8, and I know you're opening light. So that is an exploitative raise there. Don't try that at home. That felt a little personal. And he does shoot it up there on Valsvik.
Same 9-9.
Vela Zvek. Champion, GGMillion champion. 10s to 9s. And Pedro off of a short stack. This could get put in or folded. I don't think he'll flat, most likely, with the stack sizes, because he doesn't want to bring in the players behind. So he is going to raise, and Nicholas now not going to love it, but I think this is too much hand given the stack sizes, given the situation, and he just snaps it in. And Pedro, unfortunately, as played, I think he's going to have to call it off, right? He's just like not bluffing, and then he's hoping to flip or get against 8s or 7s somehow. He is going to get it in. He is behind. We saw 9 folded, so that is 91, but actually more of a percent. Has the diamonds covered, needs a 9 and a 9 only, as we saw a 9 folded, as that is going to be a double and leave Pedro on really critical condition as he is short.
I do think Nicholas is going to come from behind and win it. Who's your person to win it, you think?
Oh man, good question. I mean, you got to look at the 3 big stacks, I think, right now. Nicholas now healthy again with 160 or 1.6. But I mean, if Rudy also, he took a tough beat. He'd have a lot of chips. Val Simonik has won this tournament before. MY's got chips. I'm gonna go with Rudy, man. I don't know. He took a tough beat, and I think he's playing well. I think he's focused. He just showed he's capable of bluffing with the deuce-8 off, and he's got some range. So I'm going to go with him as we see Pedro get got. And there's the Djokovic walk-off right there. He's got the win. He's using emojis. He is up to 3.8, and we are 7-handed.
Look at this. There's some hands going on.
Yeah. Queen 10 suited, ace 9 suited. You got ace king. King Jack suited, Broadway, 40% of a royal, a couple 40% royals already there. King Jack of hearts and ace 9 suited. Wheels are spinning. He's been tight. He showed the queens full. Is he thinking of getting out of line here?
Ace 9? I don't think so. No.
Gonna fold.
Folds it. This guy's about to get spicy.
Yeah. I don't see a world where he doesn't raise. 7-handed. It's ace king, covers by a lot too. Can confidently 3-bet, put pressure here. And queen 10 suited. I mean, it's appealing, but just out of position. ICM is one of the shortest stacks, but still does get out of the way. Just gonna get not too many. You got to really flop hard there, and then you're going to somehow go with the draw or be risking your stack. So he does get out of the way in that spot. There we go again. It's like, seems crazy when we don't see ace king or 10s plus dealt, but there is a hand where no one really has much. Rudy with the 10-8 suited going to open it up. And that is a pickup. 3 million, 4 million, 4 million. That is your row, as we do see the ace king suited and queen 10 suited. This might go raise flat. Could see a flop here for sure. Closing the action, also something we noticed. Wow, he folds, just gets out of the way. Interesting.
What's your favorite hand in poker? Mine is 9-10 of diamonds. Love that hand.
I like Jack 9 suited. Jack 9, no real preference on the suit, but just love Jack 9 suited. I think that hand's kind of sneaky, fun, and very connected, and it seems to do well. Yeah. This is a good flop. Ace king suited is going to flop the nuts, and 10-9 off with the spade could argue to be involved. Also, to get out of the way isn't crazy, right? You do have the spade, but like your opponent just got queen X. You could be drawing dead of the spade. So I'm a little surprised he called, but again, we see the whole cards, right? When you know you're drawing dead, that's bias.
Does he try and bluff one off here?
Yeah, definitely could. It's got 10 high.
Hasn't been very many. Check back.
Oh, sneaky. That's super sneaky.
Super sneaky.
Check. And he could go big. You're right. I think he will.
Does he bet over 500 here? Or what's the pot? Oh, yeah, 502. It's kind of blurry for me for some reason. But
the thing is, the stacks are so like Nicholas and Luxembourg. He does.
Oh, he goes 602.
Dialed in. That's not going to work for what it's worth. But with that being said, the board does pair. So I don't think he's not going to raise, most likely. Probably just call. But listen. Rudy folded kings versus tens on like a whatever high board. So I mean, is it out of the possibility to fold? I don't think so. But when you have the flopped enough flush, check back to turn, invite your opponent to bluff, and then he does it, I think you just got a fist pump call. Though he could be considering raising. If he folds, I'm gonna need to walk and take a break.
He's not exactly. If he folds there, might need to do a pulse check on him when the chat catches up and the delay catches up.
There was one where the guy trapped aces and then folded to like 8. It was a crazy hand. I think he ended up winning the tournament. I wanted to ask him about it. But yeah, he does just call. That makes sense. Got the max.
Yeah, that check back was so great on the turn. Just perfect.
And there is a big pot there. We got some crushers in the chat today. Got some familiar face. I see Blake in there giving compliments. Look at that. I'll take compliments. Very tough no limit player. Future potential guest on the show there too. A couple interesting hands today. I don't know. The tens hand to kings is just, that was a lot. That was a lot to take. That was a lot to take. 3 big stack. Look at this. 4 mil, 4 mil, 4 mil. And then the other 4 very similar. We almost have like 2 tournaments going on. We got the VIP, we got the high stakes, then the kiddie game right now. And the pay jumps in between 7th place 76 all the way up to 331. Lot to play for. Blake, you're gonna have to go back and watch this. I don't have the timestamp, but it was maybe, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes in the show where what was the exact action? It was an open 3-bet from under the gun open, min raise. Rudy 3-bet with kings. NY popped it to 520 with tens. Rudy flatted, checked over about 1.2 in the middle on, I believe it was what was it, a 9 high? I think it was like 9 high flop, and Rudy then check folded kings on a 600K bet from MY. That could have been going a different direction, put us in a whole different deal. Because I'll be honest, I don't think MY was folding. Don't think he was folding, so that would have been a big potential. But look, hey, he also got out of the way, Ben, right? And he still got 4 million. He's basically tied for the chip lead with 7 left. And as we mentioned, his results, his resume, not 30 million like Nicholas's. He's got about, I think, 280K in earnings. So again, the money might be more important for some, and sometimes you make a big fold, whether you think you're beat or not. And
it's gonna happen here with the 7s. Does he play or does he just get out of it?
I mean, this is very close. Very close. It is 7-handed. There is a pick up. Nice pot to pick up. He's also one of the shortest, right? Risk premium. Doesn't have to worry as much about busting or getting in a tough spot because he is the next, he's on the chopping block.
The paid jump they start to get pretty good here soon. Oof. Does it say if they sold action on the tab next to them? Like sometimes it'll say action sold or anything.
I know it's available. I don't know if you can actually see specifically in the like here in the client. I think it does show, if in the tournament you can look and see. And this is actually a pretty creative hand to check raise, but he is just going to call and make his double gutter. It hits the second nuts, effectively the nuts. I guess Rudy has some 6-9 suited. Maybe in a world he would open, although I doubt it. This is, for all intents and purposes, the nuts. And King Deuce does continue the story as 6-4 suited now as a choice. Probably close your eyes, right? Let your opponent fire off. Like if he has an overpair, though, he might not fold. If he's bluffing, like a hand like this, you want to keep him in. And if you get a little worried about a diamond draw or something, you just shove it. But I would prefer just call there.
Yeah. Let him bluff the river.
And that is a pickup, 1.8 million. Blinds are up 3570K, 7 left. Play into a winner. No deals available. Got Ben joining us from Idaho. Streams, Bensbenz. Get him a look on Twitch. He also on Twitter does a lot of giveaways. Ben, did you see the tweet? Did you get it out? We got the retweet giveaway.
Oh, let me see.
See, I think I got you. I got you tagged in there.
Okay.
Yep, you already got it out there. $50 cash. If you win, we'll double it down. I can't have you win your own giveaway, but we'll be giving away 50 to somebody, and then we got a $50 or $100 if you hit the thumbs up, and then listen for the keyword at the end of the stream. That will be how you get in. Appreciate it. About 1,000 watching right now. EV in the building. Good to see you. And Ace 5 gonna cram it in. Nicholas just knows what to do and what spot. That is a fist pump shove, and he is in. I gotta say, you gotta look out for Nicholas. 5-time winner at GGMillion. Not afraid. Pushing edges. And Queen Jack and 8s. Got a question in the chat. If you do coaching, Benz, you do any type of coaching? Life coaching, poker coaching, slot coaching?
No coaching. Maybe baseball coaching. I need to get my son a little better at baseball. I went to his
You said you do some baseball coaching?
No, I should with my son. I went to his first game. I told him, really get into all the sports, and he's always been into. Oh wow, they're getting frisky here. He's always been into wrestling, and I said, you might as well try football and baseball, and he has gone balls deep into those fucking games. But the other day, it was his first game, and he's still learning. He's a freshman, and it was a full count. People on second, third, and that ball came so high, and he said, "Fuck, I'm swinging at it." Whipped it. I was like, "No."
Where's he want to go to school?
That's the freshman, so he's in private school, but the older one, not sure yet. We've been talking about different colleges, and I'm military, so I get to give him a free school so he can pick. I basically get to. Oh, we got a hand here. Rudy just keeps getting himself in predicaments.
Yeah, I mean, he does. At the same time, he lost kings to ace king, right? I mean, he for all the chips, so he's shown some serious aggression. He's found. I like the king 10 a little more than the deuce 8 off, right? And this could be very problematic for Nicholas here.
Jack, oh no,
6-handed, 7-handed.
Come on, Jack. Jack attack, please.
Wow. Nicholas could be. This is a big moment for everyone involved, and I mean, look, Nicholas is getting moving now. 2 million chips. Is there a world where he gets out of the way or just flats and plays post flop? Let's see. It's going to be a large sizing, probably 520, 560. Yeah, what's that? 3x. He's covering queens, and Nicholas, guy who definitely prides himself on playing and post flop. It's got a decent stack now. I mean, this is asking a lot to get away, and he is just going to step into it. And this is going to be a problem unless he can find, you know what? It is 7-8 deuce, 9 or 10 for a sweat. Diamonds are covered. The queen is DD drawing head, and that is bad for your wager, Ben. That is bad from at home. And this is D. Valzovic, who is trying to get a second GG title. Nicholas will not win his 6th, but he will get closer to that 30 million score total earnings on GG. He is right there over just 29 million change, and that is a good fold that did not come. That was maybe a consideration. Maybe could have just called, but he is going to step into it, and we are now 6-handed. Going to cue the giveaway when we get down to 3 or 4. And queen 9, 3 and 6 off. MY will peel. Guys are playing some street poker today. My son just started riding a big boy bicycle. He's like been banging on the door, wants to go ride. They're on their spring break right now, staying put. But that's that. I can't believe you have an 18-year-old man. You're starting the deal again. That's wild, man. You're wild.
We're just sending it.
It's a wild play.
Yep. And it's a boy.
Is that it, or you want one more? You gonna go more? Or is there another one, or you'll see one at a time?
Yeah, probably just one at a time. So you actually get you get 3 months off of work if you have a kid. So I was like, it's now or never. I got a year and a half till I retire. So, it's not going to happen after I retire. So if it happens, it happens. And the wife's cool with it. And yeah, I think I started following you once you had your child. I don't remember. It was a few years ago. Probably. When did you have your child? 19, 20?
2019.
2019. Yeah, that's right when I started kind of following your journey and stuff. And I remember seeing some beach. You were on the beach and stuff, and I was like that's cool. And
yeah, well, we got a second one. I got a 1-year-old, turned 1 next week. So that's
awesome. Congrats,
boys. Yeah, it's fun, man. But it's I don't have to tell you, parent life it's great. It's just it's a different deal. It's a different speed, a little less about you and traveling, and that's why I love this. I love being able to do this weekly and watch the best in the world, play for the biggest money, and have on cool guests. We got another legend in the chat, RB Robert in the chat. Robert, man, we got to have you on, Rob, for some commentary. That would be good. I've had a few friends on that aren't like poker, for a living. It's kind of fun to hear different perspective and in the battle, because I think that's what poker's all about, is being fun. And nowadays it's gotten very serious, and there is some nice bounty tournaments and ways where people can satellite in, and that is quite a spicy card. We got a set versus second flush, although any heart, of course, beats the set. So let's see what happens here. And I mean, pretty good spot for Rodrigo, right? He can go big. He can get some value here because he's not going to be worried about getting raised. Hope to get called by the queen or jack, something decent to flush. I mean, obviously a set is going to be curious, although from the set perspective, it's sort of just like having a pair. It's either like this guy's got the ace or king, or he's bluffing. He's got 6 mil. He's got some curious chips if he wants to be curious.
Pretty good fold. Or is he folded? Yeah.
Those fold. Chess clock. Every player with the chess clock there. You can see the time ticking down instead of a shot clock each time. They get a chess clock to use for the entire final table. We do see that get to 0 once in a while, where it does go to 0, and then you get 5 seconds to act each time, and that makes things a little more crazy. But right now, everyone pretty healthy on the clock today. 8-9 suited. Gonna go for it. My friend here from Montenegro. That's where the next Triton stop is. They've done it once there before. Very beautiful country. 3 players at the final table. 3 remaining. There were 3 Brazilians. Now there's 1. This guy, dude, Rudy is he's like, if you're watching at home, the note is Rudy just peppers it out of the big blind. Under the gun, the 4-8 off. BV, do you approve? This is a savage raise. And he actually could, in a world, get flatted just because these guys are playing some street poker, but no, he's gonna get out of the way. And Rudy just going for it, man. Wow, absolutely out of pocket.
He did it with 6-2 off earlier, didn't he? Or 8-2 or something wild.
Yeah, no, I think he's just street. He's literally two-stepping out there, just going for it. An ace king short stack Nikita, very welcome spot. May actually likely get the fold equity, right? 140. So it starts getting close for the math, but really ace eight suited to call off. Don't love that. And he will fold. Nice pickup for Nikita. We are still six-handed into a winner. So many familiar faces in the chat. This is high level stuff today. We saw Nicholas go out, but we still have some very familiar faces here, and we are going to see potentially a new champion. Nikita's won, and Velazevic, I'll call him. I'll go with that. That's what it sounds like. Has also won. So two former winners. We had two other winners that have gone out. And some definite strong players here. MY forced a big fold earlier. Got kings to fold. He had tens. He will play the button and likely just a shove here from eights. Fast shove. Didn't think long about it. MY, I mean, you know, king, queen suited, maybe king 10 suited. No, not going to call.
Turn down my mic. I don't know how to do that. Let's see. Oh.
Yeah, I think it's just sort of when your head turns, it gets a little choppy. But we, again, appreciate everyone watching. Let us know where you're watching from. This is the $10,000 buy-in GG Millions weekly from Sunday. Play down to a final table, pause, and then finish it out Tuesday. I'm your host every week alongside a very special guest. Bensbenz does stream on Twitch for a hobby, right? It's not you're not doing it a lot, but a couple times a month, and got his setup over there. He's got his green screen. He's got his background. He's got his mic, and he is ready to get some booth run good. That's something we do say is not a guarantee, but happens a lot. Booth magic, where someone comes on and then they have some big scores after, just maybe dialed in, watching a little tighter, closer. And we've seen some great success, even just now in Triton. Saw Mario Mosbeck just took down the GG Million Live 25K for a huge score. He's been on recently. Very good player. Ooh, ace three suited. On the button, under the gun, six-handed, gonna fold. King 10 suited is certainly playing. Fair fight. We're gonna go to a flop here as the king pairs, nines, two overs, doesn't love it. Can either bet small or check back. I think there's merit for both. Could go like quarter pot or a big bet. That, I'll tell you what, MY has done everything but play conventional. This guy, he just fires here as king 10 does turn open-ended, and a big bet going to be a little concerning. Could be a one and done by the river card. He does have a gut shot. It gets called. Can't love that, but he does check back, and king 10 suited likely going to win the hand as played. Don't really see MY firing here now. Thinking about whether to block or bet or check. And we'll bet something. And nines, I mean, I can't really see anything you beat now. You get called in the flop. Ace 10, 9, 10, even gut shots make it. Queen 10 open-ended beats you. King X beats you. Jack X beats you. Gonna fold. And ace queen suited, min raise. Deuces in the small blind.
He's going for it. I can feel it.
Does peel. Ace queen suited flops top. Queen 10 10. Revon, when am I going to play more? I mean, like I said, I got two young kids. I did play the Bahamas WSOP in December. That was great. Made some vlogs out there. It's been a while. Saw chat revoke saying, yeah, I mean, I miss streaming too. I loved it. It was a lot of fun. Different time in the life. It was about 5 years. I streamed a lot, but what's up, Ricardo? Good to see you. Good to see chat. A lot of familiar faces. Appreciate all the familiar and friendly faces. Yeah, I missed the Twitch days as well. It was a lot of great streams. I love streaming. I streamed a lot. Like I really did. For like 5 years, I was streaming a lot, which it is fun, but it's a grind. You know it, man. You get on there, it's enjoyable, but it's with kids. Like you're putting in a lot of time. A lot of time.
Yep. There was a few months there where I streamed every day, and it'll take it all out of you. That's for sure. Oh wow, this could. Think he flats here.
I think just with the ICM, the shorter stacks, the fact that he's gonna just put it in with like queens, jacks, ace, queen suited and stuff. I think he's probably just gonna rip it. I don't think he'll flat here, but there is a world where he does just peel one. But I think that just better to rip it probably. In this particular situation, he's also out of position. That's close though. And 5-8 off, closing the action. But this is something that you see different schools of thought, whether to peel or not, you know, depends on a lot of factors, especially against opening versus the button versus an under the gun raise. Also where 6-handed now, range is a little wider. You definitely have some creativity where you can check raise, you can get crazy, and he is going to just get out of the way with no semi bluff equity, just folding, missing the flop completely. Nikita, former champ, short, very short. Everyone else got some playability. Mark saying he's wearing a hoodie from what he won on the Flow show long ago. Yeah. That's one thing I love. I love doing giveaways on Twitch. I did a lot of them, and that's something I know you do a lot of giveaways stuff. So that was something that caught my attention on your stuff. It is cool, right? People love it. It's fun to do giveaways and have a good time. So this is what we're about. We do have multiple giveaways today. We got the tweet, Jeff Gross Poker pin. You guys can retweet that $50 cash giveaway. And then also today, if you are ready, you can hit the thumbs up if you're enjoying. And at the end, we'll give you a keyword and you will win either $50 or a $100 ticket. Did we confirm who you have? You've got for sure.
We might have to rewatch the stream.
Yeah, you've got M. Vasca from Luxembourg. That I know, as he picks up a very nice hand. I know I have MY. I know I have Rudy.
Yeah.
You have Rodrigo.
Rodrigo and Bruno's out, fortunately. Yeah, my guys are dropping quickly.
Yeah, you're running. I hope.
Oh, look at this flop.
Wow.
Well, this might not be good for me.
Yeah, I mean, you know, to be fair, again, ace king suited, it's not a good board, but at the same time, there are a lot of bluffs here. 6x, 8x, you know, diamonds, jack 10. There's a lot of hands that could be bluffing. So, you know, I think depending on the sizing, how greedy our friend is here, definitely could look up some hands. Ace king suited, a decent bluff catcher, no diamond.
He's gonna bet 750.
He's got no 6, no 8.
640 he bets.
Wasn't interested in that size.
There's 9-10 of diamonds, my favorite hand. And he's gonna rip it all in. Oh, he does it. He does it into ace king. Oh,
good news, bad news. Bad news being called. Good news, very live.
It's very live. Hey, hold 9-10. It's coming.
MY, this is a big one for Arthur.
Hey!
Flush. No diamond. Fade still. He's got a faded diamond one to come. You can see it's not home free, but 118 to 1 to flop a flush, and that is a fade, and he is going to get the double, and that thing makes it interesting. That was quite a flop. Wow.
9-10 of diamonds.
That is a big moment there for.
That's probably your guy, even. Or that's my guy. Nice.
Yeah, that was big. That was
wow. He came back from the depths. Wow.
Yeah, former champ. It's won before. See if we can do it again. King, queen, pick up. The rich get richer. Yeah, Benz is in it. Still in it. This is for the audience. $50 or $100 giveaway. And the tweet is a live giveaway as well. Just seeing how many we got. We got action today. Got action already. 65 people have retweeted. I appreciate it. Hope you guys are enjoying. Let us know where you're watching from in the world. Again, Idaho and Miami here. We got 1,000 on right now. People going for it here. Jack, Queen, Jack 9. Goes for a little larger sizing than min raise. So he goes 200. Nikita thinking. Just got to believe he's going to call, but does fold. Interesting.
Oh yeah, where is everyone watching from? I'm very curious. John Robertson. Oh, hi, Jay Pearls from Minnesota. It's actually where I was born. Where's everyone watching from? Did he just fold queens?
Is that what just happened? We saw that, right?
I only saw for like a quick second, but
it's raise, re-raise. It is 6-handed. It is the chip leader, and he's in third. That's we've seen some big folds today. I mean, this guy Valsbeck has got. I mean, he's honestly, the emojis are wild. He's throwing a lot of heat out here today. Azerbaijan. Actually, I got a podcast guest coming on. My friend from Azerbaijan. That's a cool country. That's a very cool country. Wow. Stockholm, Atlanta, Seal Falls. I've been there. Some Miami in the house. Robert, yes, respect Miami. I mean, there's a full range here today. We got a wide range, and there is a tight fold. Queens, that is a tight fold. One time Queens was right though, right? Did he fold the same guy fold Queen? No, that was Nikita.
Nikita
folded Queens. Yeah.
Rudy has been nothing short of action though. He's been in and up and all around. Oh, now he gets kings again. I don't think he'll be folding this one.
Kings. Can he limp? I like the limp against the chip leader. This is one of those hands that the worst, the bottom and top range going to raise. Likely goes 280.
He does. You know it's coming.
And now does Rudy find the flat, which would be really advanced, but I think he's probably going to go to like 8 or 700 and just not mess around here. Again, there's some other vulnerable stacks. Like he also could cooler someone, right? Like what if he has 10s? He might just rip it in. So I think he will go to, 700, 800. He does go upstairs. And this is the downside of that is you lose the air, but you do protect your hand a bit. You get the extra chips and it's a little less variance way, but still nicely start with the limp up to 3 million. You can see 6.7 big lead right now, and no one's super short. I mean, getting a little short, 40-80K blinds. Queen 7 suited as we
click it on big blinds. Is there a way to click the table on big blinds or no?
There's a setting within the thing for here. They don't do it for the GGMillion like on the viewing, but you can when you're in app. If you're playing on GG, that is a setting.
Okay.
Your mic's way better now, by the way. Thank you.
Awesome. Sorry about that. My wife came down here like, oh my God, your mic sucks. Fix it. That guy loves his emotes. Does GG still have that window that pops up and like shows your face and like make a face or something?
Say it again.
Does GG still have that thing where it's like a box and it pops up and you can do a video of yourself at that moment?
I haven't seen that in a while. It's a great question. I don't believe, I think that might not be there anymore, but that was pretty epic where someone could like give the live shot and give the reaction to everything. Yeah, this is 6-3 suited limping, so ace jack off. Likely won't let this happen.
Flint, Michigan. Tell Mrs. Benz hi. I most definitely will, John.
And this is a little too much hand not to raise. Also cover. I think he's considering just shoving, yeah, just to not make a meal of it, but nice play.
So this is a 2-day event. They started on Sunday and they're continuing today. There's a day break.
Yeah. This is a Sunday to the final table, and then they've played to a winner right now. So we'll play down here. It's 2-day tournament, Sunday, and then pause to at the final table. That's right. Every week. This is number 46 of season 2024. They call it. I guess it's a mix of 23 and 24. Shout out to Chicken in the chat watching. Good to see you, brother. A lot of familiar faces, over 1,000 on, and we will announce the winner of the giveaway here in a bit. And a lot of people hitting the thumbs up. Appreciate that. We are gonna see who can pull this out. 7.3 million lead extending. We've seen a very interesting brand of poker today. We've seen a little everything. We've seen tight folds and very aggressive maneuvers. As Queen 10 suited kicks it up. Chip leader here does peel. Could get in trouble with the queen high flop. Open-ended, nice flop for our Brazilian friend Rodrigo.
Queen tray.
Yeah, not much there. Just going to get out of the way. I mean, honestly, the queen 3, I'd almost prefer to raise than just flat there. The queen 3 off, going to get in some trouble. Even as we see dominated flops, a queen, going to lose some. I almost don't mind making a aggressive play pre and then getting out of the way. I think folding I'd prefer, then 3-betting, then calling. But again, former champion, knows how to play. He's got chips. Definitely what he's doing is working. And queen 9 suited. MY with force gets out of the way. Could get spicy, but again, 2 shorter stacks, huge jumps. You can see 6 players, 98K guaranteed. Next jump, 27,000. It's almost 3 buy-ins in the 10K. And of course, if you satellite it in, it's a lot more than that. So people start tightening up a bit. If you are aggressive, this is a good stage of the tournament to start putting pressure on. Of course, having the chip lead covering matters a lot. I mean, you can see he's over double the next closest stack. So he's got a little room for maneuverability. Here we go. Ace 10 off. Certainly going to be raising. Doesn't look like anyone has much to contend with. And 23 Rudy was your chip leader. Did lose that a big pot to D Valzovic with kings to ace king all in pre. Ace spiked. And we've seen him 3-bet the under the gun raise a few times with 8-4 off. Here he folds jack deuce suited. So sometimes there's no rhyme or reason. Sometimes it's just a flow state when to pop up, be aggressive. He does.
Kings again.
And 9s with 10 blinds. This is going to go in. 5s are going to get out of the way. That's an open jam and a very welcome sight for Nikita, who is a 4-1 favorite. No 9 folded that I saw. This means
does 5s call,
has spades covered, so he's got a heart draw, possible straight, or a 9. Otherwise, we are going to see an elimination. 2.2 million in there. Jack 5 and a turn king, drawing dead. DD GG. That is it, and we are down to 5, and that is another player out for you. I am lining up a nice dinner, my friend. I am going to think where we're going, who we're bringing. Might do a party bus in Idaho when I come up there next summer and do a real big shindig, because this is looking like a beatdown right now. You are in trouble. Who do you have? You have one Brazilian. You have Rodrigo. Or no, do you have Nikita? You better know who you got, Benz. I'm claiming everybody.
I have Nikita. I have Nikita.
You do. So it's not over.
Yeah, and I got the top 2. You got the side 3.
You got 5 million. I got 12. So it's not over.
Yeah. You see that the 5s would have got the 9s too. I was thinking to myself, there's only 9 bigs to call 2 all-ins there with the 5s and the big on that last one, but really got beat by Trip Kings. Is live. Tiff deserves some Funyuns. She's pregnant. She loves Funyuns right now.
That's that. How many months pregnant?
Just 3.5. So pretty fresh. Yeah.
Well, yeah, like I said, that's exciting, and Man, the 18-year gap is wild, but I respect that. That's awesome. I listen, I don't know if that's possible based on age for yeah, that'd be tough, but my son's 5 and 1 and our son's, and I listen, I love kids. It's great. It is. It's a blessing. So I'd like to have more, but I don't have that luxury of waiting until 13 more years my way. I don't think that would be the right play. My wife's 40, I'm 37. So that would be, yeah, that's a stretch, but who knows, man? Modern medicine, technology, anything's possible these days.
It's true. And there's a lot of things. I spent a lot of time overseas when I was younger and all that, and I missed a lot of things when, the younger ages of kids. And it's like now I'm going to be retired and doing less and get to, I don't know, enjoy more of life. So I'm actually pretty darn excited. And these two turned out pretty damn good. So I'm excited.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, no, it's great. Any parents out there playing poker, they know it's different, right? Once you become a parent, it used to be you could go anytime, anywhere, roam around, play a bit, pop in, and then now it feels like it's very rare. I'll just like go and go play some random poker, but it's again, different phases of life, and it's a treat to be here. I love watching this. Love seeing some great players play at a high level for big money, as we see the 7-8 get it done there with the gut shot. Nice situation. 8-10 for MY, going to fold ace jack, 2.4 million all of a sudden. Pretty tight here. 2.4, 2.3, 2.7. You can see the payouts between, what is that, first, second, third, fourth. So like, let's say MY short, DV is really stacked up, and then between the 2, 3, 4, pay jumps are big. That's like $100,000 difference between second and fourth. So these guys are very aware of that. And ace 5 suited, one of those kind of feel like mandatory aggressive moves, and he does make it. And this is one of the benefits of the ace 5 suited 3-bet. A hand such as this, ace 10, ace jack off, like it starts getting like, you're like, like, yeah, it's like a pretty strong hand, but you're dominating. And then you see forces the fold, has the straight draw. Big difference between ace 5 and ace 6 is you are able to flop a straight. So you get that extra equity. Of course, suited adds some percentage points too. So ace 5 suited, ace 4 suited, one of those sort of bluff, 3-bet bluff hands that are nice to have some backup if you do get called, or you want to make an all-in maneuver. I think ace 5 suited is like 30% against any hand but aces. So like even if you run into kings, you rip in ace 5 suited, you still have 30%. And of course, it's hard for your opponent to get a hand as strong as kings, and you do force folds such as that, which is a very good illustration of why that's a powerful play.
Does your wife enjoy poker? Does she enjoy playing, or she kind of just lets you do?
She enjoys it. I mean, she likes seeing it. I took her a couple times at a charity event once. She folded kings pre-flop, and then we had to have a talk. And I just said, I don't think this is for you. Like tight is right, but
she learned from Rudy. She learned from Rudy.
I don't know, man. I don't know where she was. That was a very big indication that we were in this is, she'll be sitting those charity events out most of the time. That's I would say it's not her calling, but she's got good instincts. She did play the ladies events once. I put her in, like, she played the ladies event, 1K event. And I actually had a friend of mine, this woman sent me a picture of her at the table. Like, I was playing another event, so I wasn't really there, but she was like, she looked like she was terrified there. But this is not good news for.
Not good. Well, I mean, one of my people are going to stack up, but he's been betting half his pot. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, and he just calls it off. I mean, look, again, gets a live situation similar to the 9-10 suited, queen jack suited, ace king. It felt like it's got a good chance. And let's see, he is going to go ahead, and he's got a king or a spade. Nice turn card there for Rodrigo.
Spade?
And he's going to hold. That is not a king, not a spade, and he is out. Either way, for you, it's not the end of the world. You consolidate into a big stack. So now you got 4 left. You got one guy. You have 4 million chips to, what, 12? So you're in trouble, but it's not over. And there's ace king suited. That's a good start for your guy. Want to welcome Alexander Botez to the Team GG. If you guys want to check that video on GG, introducing our newest GGPoker ambassador, Daniel does a nice video talk / play with her in a poker game. I had her on my podcast as well a while back. You're familiar with Botez, I'm sure, right? It was Twitch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's a chess phenom and also becoming very much into the poker scene.
She seems incredible and extremely intelligent.
Yeah. Yeah, very, very talented. And ace king suited. I mean, look, deuces. You could be in trouble to a 7. You certainly aren't folding. Ace king can be the best hand. You also have the nut flush draw to go with it, and that's a very nice improvement to the situation. And I doubt deuces are going to go crazy. Though they do have a spade and may realize they don't have the best hand either. So there's definitely a consideration for bluffing, but you also still have deuces, right? You beat some hands and like ace king. And I don't know. I think go either way to bet or check. I think checking makes more sense when you get called and that river comes.
Go for a smaller bet and try and get him to bluff over you think? Maybe like 250K just to see. He's sneaky.
Gonna bet it for sure. I mean, I guess you target a lot of hands here. I just don't know how big. 1.2 in the middle. It's hard to get called. I guess 7x might call you. Worst flush probably gonna value bet themselves. So I don't know. Maybe yeah.
400. Wow, third pot. Yeah, small. Let's see if he goes crazy, and I don't think so, but that would be pretty wild if he just.
Yeah, I mean, he's got no blocker to the boat on the board, right? He doesn't have like a 5 or a 3 or anything. Like 7x would be even. You could think about turning your hand into a bluff, but as played and as it is, I don't really see much other than fold here. He's thinking about it though. They say think long, think wrong. He is considering options. It is a button open.
I think he's gonna call. Oh, he folds. All right, good fold. Great fold. That was a big pot.
Yeah, good fold. I mean, I think 7-10. Gonna put the ICM pressure on. King 9 suited, not carrying calls, has the best hand. Open-ended, got to fade a lot now. A 6, a jack, a 10. Or it is going to be a double up. And
Jack.
there's the J. MY dirty. He has got the ready. He has got a lot of chips, and he has got MY on the ropes. 9 million. We are 3-handed. Everyone's got some chips. 100K big blind. Pretty easy to do the BBs. Divide by 10. And what do we got? 227, almost 28, 50, and 90. So deep stack 3. We are 245. So we are about 1 hour, 45 minutes in roughly. And we are 3 left. Good luck to everyone in the giveaways. Tweet is out. I'll put that link one more time in the chat. Jeff Bros Poker.
I looked down for 1 second. They went for it. Was that blind versus blind? Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Got a special guest next week as well. Always special guests though. I feel like every guest I've had I love on here, and that's usually why, because I'm reaching out and getting them. So it's someone I want to have. But Mike Matisow coming on. He has a podcast and been around forever. Been there since the beginning of poker. So we'll have the mouth on next week as the guest. He just was confirming with me for next week, so that'll be fun. Was he around? You've been around poker a long time, right? You know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's a wild one. He's a wild card. Yeah. I feel like his views on things, like I just like my views are, like I have a pretty wide range, and then sometimes his are like so far away from like how I view things. I'm like, is he doing that to cause a stir, or does he actually, or those actually his views? So sometimes I'm like, I don't know. He's a wild one, but I love him.
That's actually a hilarious response. I had said to him, "What's your Discord?" He wrote back, "What's Discord?" That shows he's in a little different time. I would fold 9 out of 10 on here. Know what Discord is, but I listen. It is not for everyone. It's different, I guess. But I would think, because he's in content though. He does podcasts. He does like different stuff. Plays online. I would think he's heard of at least Discord, but that's all right.
Well, again, thank you for having me. This has been pretty enjoyable.
Pleasure, man. Thanks for being on. Good luck in our wager and our dinner bet. And you are still live, still three-handed, still got a shot.
Looking good. 50 bigs is pretty good. I hate those tournaments where they're just, everyone's got like 10 and 8 and 6, and you just kind of have to get it in. You can play.
I'm just
I remember somewhere Madison. What is yoga?
all right, queen 10, 8 10. 8 10 actually has the gut shot. 9 makes a straight. No one with the club. Queen high in the lead, in position. 487 in the middle. Definitely has I like the sizing from Rudy. Goes big here. Just kind of wants to take a shot at it. Maybe put some pressure on a 7, a 4. Price out some hands such as this, right? The gut shot where it's appealing for a smaller size, but now just decides that that's too much heat.
Has it ever come down to where people have very little time bank and then they're just
Oh yeah, we've had some zeros. We've actually had once, I believe, 2 players had 0, which was wild. But yeah, you get 5 seconds to act at every street then, but it's really fast. It's like chess, speed chess. And
yeah. I feel like that Alexandria Bodez would be prime in that. She'd just be like, I know what I'm doing already.
That would be a great format for a World Series event, like a shot clock, like 5-second decision streets. That would be kind of fun, right? Like a legit speed all the way through tournament. That could be interesting. Maybe not that extreme, like even 10-second, right? But it's just like you really don't get to. You kind of just got to go.
Yeah, that final table I was at in Uruguay, it was I believe it was 30 or 20 seconds. And I got the queens on the last day of day 3 or day 4, whatever it was, to go to the final table. And by the time I had processed what I was going to do, it went all in. And I looked down, and by the time I looked up, there was 5 seconds left, and I had no, extra chips because it was the end of the day. Oh, here's a hand. And I folded, and I felt really.
You cut out for a sec. I kind of lost you. You lost your volume there. Can I hear? Can't hear you, but I'm going to call this one real quick. Ace King to 6s. I mean, that's a huge shove as chip leader. That is a big ask, and I think he's going to get out of the way because he doesn't want to be 4-1 dog and probably flipping at best. But man, he 3-bet and got shoved there, and gonna get out of the way, I guess. I mean, I just can't imagine a world where he would call off 4 million as chip leader and flipping at best. I mean, he probably wishes he had just flatted, but he is gonna now have a decision. I mean, look, there's a world. He says he's kind of. It would be a little wild. There's just a lot of chips, like 45 big blinds to call off. That makes sense. And there's the GG ticket giveaway. $50 or $100 is going to be GGPoker space Benz space insert your GGPoker username. So good luck. If you don't have a GG account in a jurisdiction you can play, you can always gift it or split it with someone.
Better now. Test.
Yep. We got you. I'm sorry. So what were you just saying? You literally cut out fully.
Oh, sorry. It was just in regards to I don't even know where I cut off, but in regards to that shot caller where you only get a few seconds out when I was in Uruguay, that final table, and by the time I had looked at my hands, it went all in, and I looked down at queens, and by the time I had processed everything, I only had a few seconds to really think. And that adds such a different element, I just got scared and folded, and would have played out way differently for me. But yeah, just having 30 seconds is wild. But 5 seconds, that would be really wild, especially with these stakes.
Gets a bit stressful. And ace-9 off. This is I mean, these guys have some playability. Blinds are up to 61-20, and I like the 3-bet. Ace-9, strong hand, small blind, big blind. Sorry, button open, 3-bet, small blind. Rudy does pick it up. And we are pretty tight here between second and third. V, we'll call him, a little easier to say. He has got 2-1 lead on these other guys, basically. Got the giveaway cute $50 or $100 ticket live. Ace, deuce, jack 10. And jack 10. Got a good board coverage here. Rainbow board, so all pure 8 and king for outs. Jack 10 could be good as well, which it happens to be. See if you check raises or just calls. I think calling makes sense. Just when you miss, though, then it starts like you realize, okay, well, I have ace high. And what am I doing now? So Rudy, ace deuce suited, you bet, get called. You're hoping for a fold. He still beats some hands, but hard to start shelling. So he checks and now still has the best hand. Jack 10 he beats, king jack, king 10, still all hands he beats when he gets called, but he loses to 9x, 5x, queen x, some other ace highs that could stick on. So this is one where interesting if a bet is done.
Got a
how
bet.
big? Ace deuce, not a really appetizing board for ace deuce, but when you start thinking about it, yeah, there you go, big bet. That is,
It's a big bet.
it's a grown man bet.
That is a big bet. Oh, holy shit!
The click. I mean, of all things, like he just decides that the click. He's just saying. I mean, that is a. This guy Rudy, baby. He's got
all gas.
I mean, the you know. So to be fair, you start thinking about what he's representing, and then you start thinking about, okay, he thinks he's bluffing, but he could be bluffing with like a better hand, right? So he takes it another level, clicks it up, looks strong, and just goes for it and asserts himself. So that was a pretty unusual hand, but it worked out. His read was right, and he did end up taking it down. As we see, queen deuce and 3-4 got the gut shot. 5, 3, or 4 good. 5 would be a nice card, although wouldn't even have the nuts still. And queen deuce with the pair won't be going anywhere for 1. 10 now. 3-4. Let's see if it keeps shelling.
Wow, what a click back. He's been all gas today. Up, down, all around. Whew. Do you think that if the chop was available, that some of these players would take it?
Yeah, I think there's a mixed bag, especially when you talk about two of these guys that have two of the less results out of the group, right? This is, I mean, first place is more than Rudy's lifetime earnings on GG, if I'm not mistaken. Our notes say, yeah, he's got 292 in GG winnings. Rudy came in as chip leader. We saw him fold kings earlier, and look, he's in now 2 of 3, locked up a huge score. So yeah, I think there is, a mixed bag. Some people do, some people don't. Also, deal making allows you to potentially, based on experience, get better deals. Right, you can negotiate a bit. You can get more maybe if you're more experienced, or if it's a huge score for you, maybe give up a little to lock up a bigger score. So,
yep,
I think it's a mixed bag, right? It's a mixed bag of deal making. Now, also if 2 players really respect each other, or 3, you're battling for a lot of money and you want to just kind of take down the variance, and you know that everyone's pretty good. So, yeah, I think it'd be mixed.
What country is that red flag? Someone says. Let me check. That is
Montenegro.
Montenegro.
There was 3 players from Montenegro today representing that flag, which is pretty wild. It's definitely not a huge country, and that we've never seen. I mean, Austria was none. We usually see Austria.
3 Brazilians. Oh, there's 1.
There's 3 Brazilians today. Yeah, 3 exactly. 3, 3, and 3. So it was a mixed bag. 33% Montenegro, 33% Brazil, 33% other. In a rare site with no Austrian representation. 7-8 now, 1.5 in the middle. Definitely, again, one of the worst hands he could have. And how did we get here? Jack 3 beats 7-8, 6-7. And will Rodrigo fall through? He does. And if you have Jack 3,
wow,
the other way.
Nice. Whew. What is the best country for poker? Does it have like a total earnings per country? Show those stats.
That's interesting. I don't know. I would guess Austria is just my guess, but obviously there's been some huge scores from some major tournaments that can skew things, but I don't know if there's. I don't think there's a way to look up like specifically, um,
In general, like, yeah,
like
makes
country
sense.
and total earnings on like GG or something. But that's a good question. It'd be a curious stat to see. I think I might have to move to tea. I've having a lot of coffee lately, trying to like get off. What's your caffeine or intake?
Unfortunately, it's Monster energy drinks.
Mm.
Yeah, it's since 2006, I believe. 2007 is when I started, and just been unable to kick the addiction. But I've never smoked a cigarette,
Me
and
too. Never
uh,
tried one even.
I've never dipped in my lip. I've done a few cigars, like maybe 5 or so, but never smoked a cigarette. I like to drink Mike's Harder mango lemonade, so people call me the Mango Man on Twitch chat. I usually get pretty drunk and drink. They're 8%, and two of them will get you toasted pretty easily.
Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Mike's Harder, so yeah, they come in big 8% big cans. I don't know this is what they look like, but
No, sorry, you just showed me. You have one there, Mike Hart.
oh yeah, this is what they look like. It's pretty much all I've drinking since around 2011. Yeah.
Interesting. I'll tell you what, Ace Queen going to shoot this up three-handed, big blind, 61-20, big hand, three-handed, button raise, probably, yeah, large, and King 7 off. Good starting, good enough hand to open, but
Does it show if any of these players won satellites to get in?
I think they actually do have, they used to have notes on that where it show like satellite season 3. Oh, yeah, okay. Vela Sevic has won 1, Rodrigo's won 1, Bruno's won 1, Nikita's won 4, and yeah, it looks like these other guys have bought in though, because it doesn't look like they satellited in. So it does show you there up top in the notes.
Little action here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Straight versus set, flush possible. The odds to flop a flush are 118-1 though. I mean, I think we'll likely just see a bet and a call, and then river dependence. What happens? But 6 certainly not going to fold here. And a diamond. This will slow action down though. Likely, both players go from feeling pretty good to a bit worried. I mean, 4s obviously lose to a ton of stuff, and maybe he's considering turning a hand as a bluff. Although, nah, he just like beats so many hands, so he checks.
It's a big pot.
Oh, I think Rudy maybe satellite. Is that right? Run Rudy set. Okay, maybe it didn't update it, but Rudy I think satellited. As we're gonna play, who do you got? Who's your money on right now? I mean, a chip lead is hard to go against with 9 million right here, and he's also won before. But who's impressed you today?
I think Rudy's been the most rowdy. He's done a very good job of maintaining his chip stack, even through all the controversy of the back and forth.
Yeah.
I would say the most stable is the chip leader. He's taken the best spots and been successful. And then the Brazilian, has kind of been quiet. Seems like I haven't really noticed too many pots with him. I'm sure he's played quite a few, but it seems like Rudy is the most active from just what I remember. But I got to go with my guy. The Brazilian's going to come from behind and win it. And if Rudy loses this pot, which he's going to, my guy will be in second place. That'll be fantastic.
Yeah, this is again actually. So yeah, Rudy's the only one who satellited in today specifically. So Rudy on a pretty nice from a 1K satellite. He is locked up that 203,000. That is quite an ROI, and he has got himself a shot at another 131 on top of that. So pretty nice. And ace, both players going to make the straight here. And likely just check call, right? You lose to a 6, beat bluffs, seems legit to just call.
We have seen crazier. There it is. He's wild. He definitely applies the pressure.
Yeah. It's interesting because this could force a fold, right? You just you realize you're probably chopping most likely at best as played. And honestly, like probably thinking about it that he would bet his 6X's. So this is actually a nice recognition from Rudy that he should not have the 6, because maybe on the flop how action went that he would be betting a gutter, or if he had flopped 5-6, or if he had, you know, whatever, 6-8 or ace-6 or 6, I don't know, king-6 suited or something, he might, if he opens a button, he may just be betting his gutter there. And he does call. They will chop.
A poser. Is Brandon in the chat? There's a lot of people in here. Big sexy. Big D. Chat revoked.
I'm going to pick the winner here, guys. Again, reminder, we just crossed 100 thumbs up. That's the first part of the giveaway. If you are enjoying the stream, please hit that and then type in GGPoker space Benz space your GGPoker username, and I will pick a winner for $50 or $100. If Rodrigo wins, it's 50. If Rudy or DV win, it'll be 100, because that's how we drew it up for the draft picks. And we are going to see maybe a limp. This could go limp raise jam or limp raise. And I mean, obviously King's going to raise, and then it's just a matter of how ace-3 proceeds. And again, if you're going to have a limp raise range, the ace-3 wheel off, definitely like a strong consideration for that. But also just call. Folding does feel tight, right? Just feels tight to limp, fold, and ace when the people are opening 9-4 off and isolating. So a rip would be a little over the top. He could make like 1.1 and then decide, or I think that's even a more likely scenario. Calling seems possible based on how he plays. I don't think he'll just rip it all in. That would be a little crazy. So 1.1.
There it is. I felt like it was going to get big here. I got a little nervous. No.
And based on how Rudy plays, and also because he's so wild, I think he doesn't really trap here. He just kind of rips it. Yeah. And then that's sort of how he's played. But there's a world where he flats. I mean, again, it's a big jump for 56,000. Some of it is almost just like not messing. I like it. He clicks it. He doesn't shove. He opens up the door here.
You're just sick if you're.
Yeah, I think your ace-3, you kind of realize the bad news here. I mean, we have seen some crazy plays from Rudy, but I don't think you're just going to elect to put in the 2.5 more with the ace-3 off when you get this kind of resistance. That would be a little too crazy.
There's 3 million in the pot. It's 500 to call.
I don't think he's going to call though, because you're in no man's land. You know, if you want an ace, you don't know where you're at. So I think he's going to
fold it.
He's going to push fold equity or fold, and likely fold once you get that additional raise in. That makes a ton of sense. Blinds are up 71-40. Of course, every 20 hands goes fast when it's 3-handed or heads up, and we are seeing that happen right now as 7-5 suited. The wins are there. That's old school. Any Canadian Windsor Canada out there, that's a popular hand. 7-5 suited. We're going to play to a winner. 9 million, 5 million, 2.3 million. Sort of laddered here. 3 different stack sizes. And hold them, as we mentioned, very hard to make a pair. This isn't PLO. Queen 5, 6-10. Everyone missing. Queen high in the lead. Has backdoor hearts, but it's 5 high. Checks around. 6-10. Do they want to take a stab or just kind of white flag by checking? You're sort of surrendering. Both players don't have anything. Queen high in the lead. Rodrigo may think it's enough showdown value. Does. Still no pair by the river.
How many times is Rudy gonna get something? Kings. It's true.
A lot. Also lost though. Also lost kings to ace king for a significant pot early on. Kind of put him in trouble, and then he came back.
Yep.
Did hold kings to. Is it jacks?
Was that kings to jacks or was that queens to jacks?
Kings and queens, I think he held after. Yeah. Yeah, three-handed. Brazil versus Montenegro. Montenegro strong showing today. Brazil also ace-9, king-4, deuce-6. No real firepower here. Ace-9 suited, pretty powerful hand, three-handed. Going to pick it up.
I like the blinds going up by the hands instead of the time because, you know, so you don't really get the stalling on the, hey, I'm going to stall it out to you get hit with the big blind next or whatever.
King Jack ripping. Queen 7 off the computer hand. That is known as a dead even starting hand in a heads-up match. Good to know if you play a lot of heads-up. And ace king, big hand, that full ring, big hand, three-handed. Gets it done. Jack 8, Jack deuce. Could definitely raise here, covering, but also doesn't want to get ripped on. I like the raise actually, as played. I like it. Limping, I think is, yeah, there's maybe some hands that warrant a limp, but Jack 8 just doesn't want to be getting taken advantage of there. Wants to check where he is at. King deuce, 3-7. Again, we see some of the weakest hands raising when they get limped into, but it starts getting weird at the stack depth because when you get check raised, like he did it last time with kings and fired back over the top. So this time he's got 3-7. You want to, again, sort of middling hand's a good rule. If you got like a playable flop that flops decent, you want to check back. If you got sort of the worst hand or some of the best, you want to raise your value and then your error. That's just sort of a general rule of thumb. And
hey, whoa. That's good for my guy. There's a double up for him. Ace king gonna hold. I feel it in my bones.
Yep, this could tighten things up a lot.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Oh yeah.
And yeah.
Oh
this
yeah.
Is a slow
version of what's gonna happen.
Yeah, this will be a rip and a call, and then hey, you know, sometimes there's a chop, sometimes there's a get there, but at the moment, the Brazilian is looking to assert himself back into a very good position as ace queen ace king. You can see it, 3 outs.
Got 3 outs
as possible. Chops. Ooh, diamonds or chops.
Lots of outs.
Whoa.
Oh, takes away.
That is a
no
big
deuce.
moment. Needs a deuce.
No deuce.
And running kings enough. He didn't need it, but he's gonna hold.
I like this. I like this. I like this.
Wow, this is pretty sick.
He puts out the emote. It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna get frisky here too. He's gonna pump it. He's gonna pump it.
I don't know.
Ride the wave.
He might. You're right. He might lay it down here. I mean, not lay it down, like put it down, put a big raise in.
Oh yeah, he's gonna
just call.
Oh, shoot. It's not. Game on, baby. Someone says
it's on. This is not gonna. No, it's gonna be easy.
What's your favorite place to eat in Vegas?
Good question. I love Kabuto. I love Kabuto. It's like a sushi spot off the strip. How about you?
I guess I should have thought about that before I asked you that. Oh, it's in the wind. SW, I think it's called, or S something.
SW, Steve Wynn Steakhouse.
I think so. It's the really big one with the water and the waterfall.
Yep.
Well, yeah. Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah,
that special spot. Vegas got some great food. It's fun. It's hot. It's tough in the summer, but it's like, you know, it's cool. It's really fun to go in there, and they got a lot of condensed stuff in a spot, in a very tight space. Great food, great entertainment.
You spend your summers there grinding the WSOP, or is that like?
Yeah, I mean, I used to. Last 2 summers I went for the main, and I think like a little bit more, like a main and a little bit. I I had a good run in the main last year. Got like 250, maybe 250 second or something. So that was a deep run. But I just the tournaments and the young kids, it's tough to like go there, grind, so much. But I enjoy it. I used to go all the time. Oh wow, Green-Eyed Asian Matt S in the chat. What an absolute legend. He's been a guest on the show. That's one of the guys telling you about. Not a poker professional. He might argue that, but he's more of an amateur, internet amateur, he'll say, and he has been on as a guest commentator before. He's in the chat. Say hello to Mia and the family. We have got a lot of people checking today. This has been an amazing show, and we're going to play to a winner as always. Big money up top. King 6. Not much going for the Queen 3.
You could only choose one meal for the rest of your life. What is it, Benz or Jeff?
Let you take that first.
One meal. I'm gonna have to go with Chipotle. Double
Chipotle,
chicken.
all right.
With a little bit of queso cheese and some white rice.
Bingo.
It's
a good choice. I like Penang curry. I love like Thai food. I love Asian food, Thai food. And look at this. This is what I was talking about, the checkbacks, right? You see the 3-7 off, raising it up. Obviously, King's a value hand, but then the sort of medium strength hands you don't raise. And here we go. We see a flop, King Jack and Jack Queen. And Jack Queen's got a gut shot against top pair.
I want to see a Jack River, and then I want to see Rudy get frisky.
Jack River, that would not be good. A 10 would be eventful. But he's going to put some chips in here. I don't think Jack Queen going to do too much peeling here for the offsuit nut 10 needed non-heart to feel comfortable. So he does get out of the way. And Rigo fighting, man. Good. The Brazilian.
He got them both dominated. Oh man, get crazy.
Yeah, okay. Bit crazy is right. We got again. Matt S in the building. Mia, the legend here. Mia, one day she'll be commentating too. Soccer star Mia. What's the age for streaming now on Twitch and YouTube? What's the terms and conditions? Like, there's got to be an age, right? You can't just be like 8 years old streaming, can you?
I think it's 13. And the 13. Reason actually, Poser, if you're in chat, could you answer that? Because I think it's 13. Because one of my friends said in one chat one day, he said, I'm 12. And he got banned. Oh. and they made him send a photo ID.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually interesting. I know, like, the kids, you're not really supposed to have it. I would have, like, my son and some of my nieces and nephews would, like, pop on when I stream back in the day. And I think there's maybe it's more because of gaming, though, right? I don't know if that's, like, Twitch in particular or just, like, poker or gaming. But either way, hello out there to everyone. And that would be a good question to get answered. I don't know specifically that question, but kids I'm telling you, CEOs these days. They're gonna be 15, 16, gonna be CEOs. The kids are sharp. I don't cook. My son, I was cracking an egg. He's 4 years old the other day, just threw it in the pan. I don't even cook. I was like, what is happening? Like, what? I mean, this just they're watching, they're learning, they're sharp. They're sharp out there.
Very much so.
13. We're told 13. That's not, I don't stand by that, but that's so far that's the answer. That seems reasonable. But that's to have a Twitch account or to stream, or is it one and the same, I guess?
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure if they're the same. They might be different. Yeah.
Because then you start talking about monetizing and, like, I don't know. There's different. I'm sure there's all the rules. A lot of rules out there. A lot of rules. Don't quote anyone. We just hear 13 does seem possible. And King 3, 10-4. 10-4 going to show it down. King 3 had a possibility to get out to take a shot there. Does have some key blockers, but as played, just kind of, things are tightening up. Look at this. 6-5 and 5 tied for second, very close now, so not over yet, wide open. Who do you think's going to win? Let's go down the line. Brazil number 1, Rudy number 2, or DV number 3. Who's your pick? I'm going to go, I want to pick Brazil, but I can't because we have a wager on it and a dinner on it. So I'm going to go with, I just Rudy. He started chip leader. He's got the least amount of earnings on GG. DV has won a GG million before. I'm going with Rudy is my pick. 2-3 Rudy, 2-3. And I guess you're boxed in with your guy. You got to stick with your guy, Rodrigo. You paid up for him too. You grabbed him early when he didn't have the most chips, but you're riding with him.
I think Rudy is going to get too frisky in the hand, and it's going to bite him in the butt. He's been like pretty spot on, getting really, really good spots. But he takes a lot of risks, and I feel like hopefully it's not your guy that gets his chips. Hopefully it's my guy, but I think he's going to come in third, and then and we'll just have to battle it out, me versus me.
Yeah, this is a tough river here because, like, honestly, there was definitely scare cards. 3-4 could go for it, but as played the Queen X here, he has got, he's gonna bluff, and that will not work. Probably gets raised, although I guess, yeah, likely gets raised. I think for the sizing, the pot, and the strength of the hand. Although you do lose to Jack 9, Ace Jack, better queens, some boats, but with the size, I think you have to pop it up to 900 or so. 1.2.
Do you think that the players watch the stream? They probably watch the stream to see the other cards, I imagine. But do you think they listen to it as well?
Probably. It depends. I don't know. I mean, especially if you don't have a lot of tables up towards the end, like, yeah, I think so. Why not?
If you were at a huge final table, would you like watch?
I would be streaming, hopefully, so I wouldn't be listening. But I'm trying to think what I would do. I would think I would listen to it. Why not? You're playing for big money. You kind of just get to sit back. Maybe they give some insight. Maybe they recap a hand from earlier or something you didn't see or forgot about. They give some valuable insight or who the player is or their history or stats. Like, you know what I mean? I think I would. Why not have the info?
Yep. Oh,
what about you?
When I first started streaming, I think it was 2019 or something like that. I actually found the poker community through one of my friends, and like on Twitter. I didn't even know about the Twitter poker community and all that. And I was just getting into streaming, and I got in I think it was like a $500 Sunday Million tournament, and got down to the final table, and All In Pav raids me with like 1,200 people, and I'm sitting there with my $80 computer, $40 monitor. My computer's like crashing with all the people. I'm freaking out, and oh man, I was so nervous. And then I made a really bad play with 9-10 of diamonds. Yeah, I don't know why it's still my favorite hand. That was a really bad play. Oh, Queen Deuce, shipping a good one. Okay,
he's almost chip leader.
All right. And then I ended up getting like, oh wow, okay. The heat's coming now, all the way from Brazil.
I'm feeling the momentum. Honestly, I was really chalking up this dinner. Now all of a sudden it's not so guaranteed. It's like a 2-1, right? Got 10 mil to your 5, and he's got momentum. He's got the Queen 8.
Yep.
He's got things working. He's got top pair.
Unless a 7 comes. I might cry if a 7 comes. Okay.
Threes and Jack 10 out of position. Limp. Okay. We saw him raise at 6s that time. He got popped and then got out of the way. So this time he's going to limp when we see the check back. As I mentioned, sort of those middling, decent hands. You don't want to like raise, get bluffed off, or, you just see a flop, plays well. Here he goes. Top pair versus the 3s, over pair to the deuce. And 3s, again, hard hand to play, right? Out of position, pretty much always overs galore. So there's 2 overs, and now you're guessing. And although you have 3s, what's a great board for 3s without a 3? There's not a lot.
I mean, that's not a bad board for 3s, but yeah, it's just, because you only got 2 overs, now you have 3, but.
Yeah, it's always going to be a bit scary. Even this board, now, like, just kind of got to get out of the way, of course. Like, just.
Nice. You know what that means? That means
chip leader? Is this chip lead for your guy?
Holy crap.
Wow. What a ride he's been on.
Yes. Come from the depths.
Queen 9, Ace 3. Okay.
I think if he checks back here, Rudy's going to get frisky. Oh.
Yeah, he's just on the Ace 8 Deuce rainbow board. He's going to c-bet entire range. He gets sticky with some backdoors and does peel the diamond draw. So now the curious part will be on this. Does he check back? And he does.
Oh my gosh!
Wow. This is really problematic for DV. He just made the nut flush for a rivered 2 pair, and he can't really put him on the diamonds. It was floats to flop. gets
Check
called.
back.
I mean, he could literally get it all here. I mean, the thing is, he's probably going to bet huge. I would bet like 1 million or 800 or something.
Yeah.
So like with this size, he's
Raise.
going to call. If
You
he
think
had
he's
bet
gonna
like
call?
400 or 500, he might have got like a huge raise. But I don't think. I mean,
I
there is a world where he raises.
I
Honestly,
think
there's
he's
still a
gonna
world.
raise.
Ace
They've
three is
been.
a pretty strong hand here. Like
It
based on
is.
the action, because it's like 8x. What ace? We're not. He doesn't have ace
Oh
king. So it's
wow,
sort
that
of a flush. Now he just
was.
calls and a big pot going Rudy's way as he is back to the basically tied. Well, no, it's a 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, and DV, who got lucky earlier, ace king to kings, would have been out in 8th or 9th, is now in a 3rd place position. So things have shifted.
That was such a good call. With Rudy being so aggressive and betting so many hands, it's a great call for him. You know, not to get crazy and raise it like he did. Remember that ace deuce versus 10 jack? Oh my god, there's been some hands.
Oh, that's the ace 5 suitor we're talking about. This one is going to go upstairs almost surely. Ace 5 suited just plays well as a 3-bet, and he's just going to go for the whole enchilada. As I mentioned, 30% against any hand. So if he runs into kings or ace king, still has his 30%. Only doesn't want to see aces. He blocks aces, so that's super unlikely. And 5 million now, very tight. Anyone can win, as always, but especially when it's this tight in chips.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you think king 6 plays it like ace 6? Just bets big here. Can't see how many bet two.
I mean, 6, 3, 7s. This is not a great flop for 7s multi-way. Certainly not going to go anywhere. And 6-3 backdoors. I mean, peeling seems like it's just close. I think he's thinking of getting saucy, and honestly, it might work. It might work if you have 7s. What are you going to do? Like, you lose to ace X, you lose to 2 pairs, you lose to what? You're just like hoping, you're praying. You block 7-5 is like the most likely draw. Well played. Well played.
He does a very good job of picking the such good times.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a very, very nice. I mean, again, I like the he's blocking 2 pairs, and he does have both back doors straight and flushes. It's a pretty good candidate to bluff there and get some slightly better hands to fold. I mean, you're not going to shake an ace for 1 bullet, but if you have like ace 9 or something and you go, he turns some equity on the turn and he fires again a big barrel, it's not like super appealing to just call down with 1 pair. So again, guy's got a plan. This guy's a tough player, DV. I'm impressed with his play. And here he goes again. 9-10 high, 3-6 turns a pair. He's going to win. So Andre, there's a giveaway. You can type in GGPoker space Benz and then enter your GGPoker username. And if you are the winner, you will get either a $50 or $100 ticket based on our draft picks. So Benz and I have a giveaway for last longer for the winner on a dinner. And then you guys either get $50 if his player wins, which is only Rodrigo remaining, and $100 if one of my players win, which is DV or Rudy. And then also on Twitter, Jeff Gross Poker, pinned tweet, you can see that. You can see, again, a $50 retweet giveaway. King 8, ace 7, top pair. So hard to make a pair.
And the check back too. He's getting good.
King 8, A7. Yeah. I mean, this thing's really narrowed out. It looked like DV was going to run away with it. Now we've got a pretty even
Insta-folds too. With the ace
pretty
five.
even stack size now. It's really too close to call. And a lot of money, as you see the payouts there. The difference between third and first, 131,000. I'm sorry, third. Yeah. So 56 and then a jump from there, 72, 71.
Thank you, chat revoked. How many of you have not hit the thumbs up button? Smash it now. Smash too.
Yeah, we do appreciate people coming in. We've seen a lot of familiar faces, new faces. Tell us where you're watching from, and we are going to see a champion crown. DV has won before. Rudy would be a first-time champion, and Rodrigo, I just double-checked that. I believe he would also be – he had 7 final tables in last season, and this season he has 2. So he's got 9 final tables, no titles. And DV has got a nice final table resume. He's been here once before and won. So this is his second time and trying to win 2 for 2. And 10-8, 7-5. Not much to do there. Not much exciting hands. As we said, the worst hands usually raise and the best in the middling check back. So he does raise 10-8 off, does call, says it's enough hand to see a flop. And the chess clock's getting a little lower, but still a lot of time left. 4 minutes still remaining for Rodrigo. So King 4-8-6 goes ahead and shoots it up. Very much even stacks. This is too close to call. I don't know. Again, too close to call. Exciting. And again, pretty tight now. The DV had a chance to run away a bit and it's sort of consolidated. So now it's no one can really lean super hard, right? No one's like getting crazy out of line. It's all a lot to play for here as it's very balanced. And 6-7 suit in this small blind folds. Big blind would be defending. Terry asking why am I not playing? Well, first of all, I'm in Miami. I live in the US, so I have not played on. I haven't played online poker for a long, long time, but I do the show every week, and then I also do the podcast. I actually just filmed one today with Barstool Mincy earlier, and that'll be out soon. So that's like my 2 things. And honestly, the 10K, as I said, like I like my chances. It's like playing a 50K live. The 10K online is the class of the class. You know, I think I could win any given day, any given tournament, but there are some excellent players, guys that are really studied, really advanced, really on their game, and something that, you know, like I said, I like my tournament game, but these guys are world class, and I enjoy watching, learning, and taking notes because I think there's a lot of interesting takeaways from these tables. And again, if you're playing 10K online, this is the creme de la creme, and these guys are. It's like golf, man. Great analogy. Do you golf? You said you golf a bit.
Oh, I love golfing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like same thing, you know, shoot par. To go from like a 78 to a 72 is a huge difference. To go from like 120 to a 90 is easier than to go from like a 75 to a 72. And even at like a 72 shooting par isn't going to get you on the PGA Tour, right? You got to even be more different, even stronger. So that's kind of the analogy I like to give, right? Like you want to be golfing with players that are worse than you, or playing poker with players that are worse than you. If you're playing, you're looking around, you're like, all right, everyone here is really, really tough. That's probably not your dream spot. But again, there are satellite winners, and it's fun sometimes to compete with the best anyway, right? It's like guys aren't giving away. And
I knew it. I called it. I said
Rudy
he's going to get frisked at the wrong time.
Advantage at spade would be interesting. Ooh, a 9 now is good. He needs a 9 or an 8,
Deuce.
Or it is going to be a full circle. DV gets the knockout.
Rudy from a mile away.
Out. Wow. Wow. So 13-4, 203K. Rudy, good game. Almost matching his total earnings on GG with the score today, 203,000. Very nice showing. He got unlucky earlier, battled back, takes third. Now we have a match for About 71,000, 71.5 roughly. So big heads up here. Ace 3, King 7, Rodrigo underdog, and a good luck there. We got our dinner on the line. Chad has a 50 or 100 on the line.
I believe I called that from like 2 miles away. He's gonna get frisky at the wrong time. He went for it.
Rodrigo checks back. Yeah, that was he stepped into it 3-handed. Can't blame him. Aggressive move.
Yep. You like wake surfing? Wake surfing.
I do enjoy wake surfing. Yes.
That's my jam. I bought a Malibu boat, new one, and that's what I do pretty much all summer.
That sounds like fun. I do enjoy. That is a good time. It's actually takes a little me to get back every time after get on there for a few times. It's amazing, and that's especially when the weather's nice. You're on a good lake, and that's about as good as it gets. Are you do the tricks and all this stuff, or you more just surf, no rope, all that?
Yeah, just I mean, as best I can do. I used to do the wakeboarding and all that stuff, but 40 came up quick, and now the wake surfing is much more relaxing.
Yeah.
Your guy is running pretty hot right now.
Yeah, all these pots are important. He's going to come out betting queen high, top pair, and surely not folding. Will he raise or call? Either one. There's merit. Oof. Calls 9 pairs.
Oof. It's not a good card for me. That's the worst card for me. He's going to bet big.
Great. He actually could value bet and also put the dictate the pot size.
He's going to bet big. River's going to come up 3. It's going to. Oh, no.
That should slow down.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, but he's, unlikely going to win the pot unless he tries to turn. I don't think he'll turn his hand in a bluff having the 9, although he's going to not love this particular round. He does beat 8x, 4x. His checks back. 2 million going to go DV's way. We're going to choose the winner here in a sec, just in case it ends quickly. I'm going to copy, going to peel it again. You can still get in the Twitter giveaway. Jeff Gross Poker, pinned tweet. I put the link a few times. If you guys have Twitter, you can go there and follow the instructions.
I have never been on a poker cruise, but I had to choose between going on a poker cruise next month or going to Costa Rica to play poker. And I chose Costa Rica because I've never been there. So I'm going there to play. But have fun on your cruise. Chat revoked.
That's awesome. Yeah, I won't be on that one. I've been on a few cruises. I enjoy them, but it's gonna wait. World Series coming up fast. Gonna try to play more of that than I normally would. I think there's Montreal. I love Montreal as well. There's something in May there, so I don't know. It's just hard, man. The poker stops they're awesome, but it's you got to pick exactly. Got to pick and choose. Can't do it. There's so many now, which is great, but can't do it all.
I think he's gonna bet here a little bit. Oh, he checks. Wow. Nice.
Yeah, we're cut out. 15 mil. He's got 6-1 chip lead basically right now. Queen 4, 8, 9 suited, and eight, 9, 10 jack, queen 4. So all right, 8, 9, a little bit of an advantage in terms of position and also the better draw. Queen high in the lead, but gonna be hard to stick on and think he's got the best hand. Not too appealing, but he does peel one. Queen high good. Queen king is the nut straight, and 8, 9 now gets called. Isn't gonna be in love with the situation. It's gonna be hard to bet this card, but I guess he could, right? Is he gonna try to get a jack to fold though, and then maybe a flush draw, a weak flush draw? So there is some merit to betting here, but also like when you get called in the flop, wow, he's gonna shell it. Nice instincts here.
That guy's gonna call though. He's got too many chips.
I don't think he's gonna. Oh my God, that's crazy. Like he literally beats 8, 9 or a flush draw. He doesn't have a heart, and 8, 9. Will he give up or will he shell it?
Send it, dude. Send it. You have to. You can't not. You have to send it.
I don't know. I mean, is he though? Because like, what's he? He's gonna try to get a jack to fold, I guess, or I guess like a low heart.
Yes. He has to send it.
Wow. I mean, he just boss called that twice. Like he was right, and then and then he didn't. Wow, crazy hand.
His balls are like this big right there. Great shove. Wow. You got a lot of hot.
A7 rips it in. All right, so not over. Definitely not over.
How many bigs is that? 18 or so? Okay.
And yeah, still no. I mean, look, the heads up changes so fast. One double and they're close to even. So at this point, he just got that one through. It's a random giveaway, so it's not. You can type in. Oh, in terms of Twitter, yeah, you just retweet, follow the instructions, and you'll be eligible. It's same here. It is just it's a random draw, so you can't really enter more than once. But either way, good luck to everyone in the future, and good luck on the Twitter one. We did announce the winner for today. I'll let you know if it's a 50 or 100 based on who wins. And here we go. 200K, 6-9 gets the better hand to fold. Rodrigo, very impressive final tables. Hasn't got the title though. Can he turn it around? Can he come from behind, heads up, get his first, or is DV going to get his second? We are closing in. We have got just over the 2.5 hour mark today, so it's been a long final table. Check back, and it is advantage DV middle pair going to get bet in. Jack Queen, certainly 2 overs to the 10. Some King, Ace 9, good cards, or you could just make top pair. That's a welcome sight. You're a fan of the Brazilians or Benz, because we've got our dinner on the line. What you said your favorite food, so Chipotle burritos is what about?
I mean, for fancy food, I mean, I love sushi. Nobu and what is it called? Nobu, I believe, in Vegas. It's just delicious. When you said Thai food, my mouth just watered. That's definitely what I'm gonna have tonight for dinner. Love Thai food. I've gained about 40 pounds this in the past 8 months. I've gained a lot of weight just from good food, but need to get my health kick back going. But
I'm with you, man. I'm with you on that. It just seems like there's no excuses not to, but you start having kids, you start justifying like, all right, get in the gym or be with the kid, and there's still always time, right? But it's easier to make excuses, I feel.
I actually made a pretty large weight loss bet I had to buy out of last year to someone on Twitter. That was stupid.
It can get motivating for sure.
Yeah, it was 50,000 to 5,000.
Was it body fat or weight, pounds or what?
Yeah, I just had to lose weight, and I was also there was someone on Twitter that we were kind of bickering back and forth, and I was like, well, do I gain weight for this, or do I lose weight for this? I didn't know which one was better, and so I don't know. I just kind of stayed the same weight, got stronger, and then bought out of the weight loss bet. But yeah, and he said he donated it to an animal shelter, so that felt pretty good.
Nice. There you go. It's good win-win. As we see about deal making, there is no deals available for here. So, look, if they're friends somehow, or they know each other on the side, or they kind of, it's possible they could do something. But in terms of GG and facilitating GG Millions, it is play for the win, the statistics, the leaderboard, all the good stuff. It is a no deal making.
Great bet. That's a great bet.
Yeah, queen high with the diamond here, 683. It's just asking a lot. Rodrigo seems to really have a good understanding where he's at when he's a bluff. It's not just obviously when he's behind or when he has air, but like sizing wise, what his opponent, where he's capped at, and definitely has good instincts here as a worthy opponent of the chip deficit, 12.6 to almost 4. So at 3-1, I mean, it was what were we saying, 6-1? So it's cut down already. He didn't even double up, he just sort of pure chipping up. Not over till it's over.
How about a Jack 10 flop?
That would be savage.
I would not be mad. We would be dead even. We would be dead even.
Yeah, it would not be over. It's again, he's just kind of chipping away. 6-2, Queen 7. I mentioned the computer hand, Queen 7 off. Dead middle hand gets limped in. Curious if he will check or pop it to 7. He does check. Both players miss. Plenty of play. A lot of poker left. Shout out to my family. A lot of the Brazilian heads up. My Brazilian nieces and nephews like to watch on here, and my auntie and uncles they're watching. They've been on some Twitch streams. I used to fire on when I was in Brazil for like, we were there for a long time, and I'd have they'd all be watching, running around. I had that 25-hour stream once in Brazil at my mother and father-in-law's house, and they woke up in the morning. I was still streaming. It was like 23 hours in, and they were so confused. They're like, why are you wearing the same clothes? Did you go to sleep? I'm like, no, it's okay. This is good. We're playing for like a bunch of reais. This is good news that we're here. But like, I was getting married in 2 days, and they were very, I think, concerned because they don't speak full English, and like their daughter's marrying a guy who's playing on his same clothes from the night before at 7 a.m. online in their living room, and that was that was concerning. I think they were definitely like visibly concerned, but they get it now. It's okay.
Pretty standard for poker players. Takes a little probably get used
to be fair though, I've never streamed for 25 hours. I've never actually, because even like Sunday Million or back in the day, if you were to like win a tournament or like go super deep, it'd be like 4 a.m. East Coast, something like that. But it was like 7:30 in the morning, and it was because it was like the time zone in Brazil is like with daylight savings, it's up to 3 hours difference from East Coast, so it was like 3 hours ahead. And it was late, and it was like a 4 p.m. start special edition tournament. And it was like, so it couldn't be any later. And then it was the last screen I had going. I literally chopped it 3 heads up or 3-way, I think 3-way. And it was like it was crazy, but it was just so like, I literally was like, I felt like, it was like the longest stream I ever had. And of course I'm there, and they're just like, they don't understand really. It was just, it was fine. But you know what I mean? It just didn't, they looked a little degen for sure. 8-5, 3-4, both with the pair. A good situation here on the queen. This is going to be hard for Rodrigo to get off here.
He's going to call. Yeah. Oh, wow. He fucking. Let's go. Oh, man. This could be nice. Lightning strikes.
What is that?
That's pretty nice. That's a big pot.
Card, 2-outer.
It's a big pot.
That's a pure 2-outer.
Yep. He's going to bet big, too. He's going to bet big and fold to a raise. Oh, not too big.
I think for that size, he has to raise, right? There's just 5 ace highs. I mean, you run the queen. You could argue to call. Just call. I don't think that's crazy either.
No, not crazy. Not too many hands to beat you, but nice. Oh, he only has 10-3.
12 to 4-5, tightening up.
Like it.
9-5, Dolly Parton, King Deuce suited. Likely he's been limping off the stack depth. 24 bigs. King Deuce check back. Both players not in love with the flop. Hard to make a pair. Pair has been made. 9-5 off, can take his shot. And King Deuce, good check raise, just to a little protection, see where he's at, or just call. Definitely not folding. Does call. Scary card, but as a king. When his opponent limps, though, still like, Deuce is tough here to hold on, but 9-5 has no semi-equity, just completely 9-5 took a shot. Be curious if he does take a stab, doesn't. And now, again, the King Deuce does make the straight. There is a possible flush, but it's going to feel good. I guess he could go small. I don't think he thinks that his opponent's going to have much here. But, you could go big. Hopefully your opponent has 2 pairs somehow. I don't know what 2 pairs would play this way. Maybe 10 queen, or I don't know if Jack queen. I guess he could go big. He could go big. 700, pretty big.
Please don't get frisky. Okay, good.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been the time. He's got no blockers, no whatever, and 10-5 to 4s. Curious. You never know how the strategy is gonna be heads up, right? You people approach it different ways. You guys have been limping. Check back. 10 pairs. Top pair. 4s now out behind. Again, a hard to play The low pairs are just always overs. He does check back. And
kings and tens have been coming so much. It's crazy.
Yeah, been a lot of big pairs earlier today as well. Lot of pairs, and 10-5 goes for another check. Fours may want to bet now. Little protection. And 10-5 going to do a good job extracting some value. Also has like a weak top pair. There's a deuce, could have some whatever. You know, I don't mind just playing this hand coy. He is probably not going to get any more money out, but he also pot controls. And he's going to be up to 5 million. Yeah, fours check back 5 million to 12 million. This is Rodrigo, man. He's fighting. He's a fighter. He's got the Brazilian Portuguese. Any Brazilians out there? I mean, this is a very heavy Brazilian final table with 3 blinds are up.
This is going to be a big pot.
Could be a big pot. 8-6 suited. Certainly going to call.
You got to re-raise.
See a flop. I don't see a world where you'd want to raise this hand.
I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to. Oh, he just calls and hits. No!
Good start. Good start.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, no spade. He's got ace king high pure against a weak top pair. So you have to check raise or just call. I mean, the problem with just calling is you allow all overs to roll off. So I do like the check raise, and ace king is not going to love this. There's first of all a lot of draws he's beating, but even against 9-10 or a heart draw, he's got to fade potentially the extra pair outs plus the draw, and then a hand like this he's just losing. So unfortunate for Rodrigo with that strong of a hand and how it went, but he is going to get out of the way. As you see what we're playing for, 40 plus 31, about 71 and change, 71.5 roughly available. And yeah, this is wow, this got everyone open-ended. Ooh, there's a magic card here. Deuce could be the end of it all.
Yeah. 2 ends it. I think it's coming.
2 would be dirty. 7 would be. There's a few action cards, of course. The 3 would continue things. 4-5 is going to go aggressively, likely with the worst hand in a good draw. The ace of hearts turns. Again, a card you could put a lot of pressure on a 6 or a 3. Hard to make top pair, so I think we'll see a big buy here. Does go big, and deuce 3, it's going to shrink up a lot. Oh, wow. He sticks on. He's got a winner if he can hold on. He's got a heart in his hand as well. 4-5.
Check. Please check. He's going to bet. Is there a world where he can call?
Does his opponent, what does he do with the king? And does he fold a king? If he did have a king, would he fold a king now? That's one version. And he is going to go for it all. And that is a ballsy, very strong play. And Rodrigo, who stuck on the turn with no real way to improve other than a 2 or 3, just thought he had the best hand. Now a heart comes. He has a heart. This would be one of the more world-class, ridiculous hero calls. And we saw a very strong play by DV to shell this through. I like it a lot. The heart, he's got 5 high, one of the worst hands, and Rodrigo wanted to do it. He stuck on the turn, so difficult, but his opponent showed him that he's willing to ship it in with air, put it all on the line, and this is a champion. He's done it before, and man, that was a very strong play. That was your shot there, Ben. I think that was the one, Rodrigo, to get back in. I mean, but hey, 2-3. I mean, honestly, calling there would be so absurd. That would just be like, that would be too much for me. Honestly, that call would have been so out of control.
If you're wrong there, you feel.
Yeah, and you're gonna be. I mean, that doesn't take much. The guy's got to literally have 4-5, and he wanted to call. Instinct strong, but can't blame him. Can't blame him. Down at 2.7. These guys are fighting away. We're closing in. We're over 2 hours, 45 minutes in. Appreciate everyone watching. Got up to 1,000 on today. Everyone who's involved in the giveaway, hit that thumbs up. And we also got the tweet Jeff Gross Poker pin for you. $50 available. Good luck to everyone. Hope to see you next week as well. Mike the Mouth going to be on Matisau. Says he doesn't have Discord. We're going to have to figure that out. There's always a hurdle, but Mike, we'll get him on. Be good to hear from him. Haven't caught up in a while. 8-3, 6-7. Again, both with the pair.
Yep.
And this could be, I guess, just call. So just going to get, just kind of whittle him down back to that 2.5
Yep.
No version of folding, and I don't see a version of raising. So when those things don't seem sort of arrive to the call, a raise would be, I don't understand what would be, and I don't think he could ever fold here. So, wow, he does raise. Crazy. I mean, I guess he doesn't. I guess he thinks his opponent doesn't have a king, so he's like, all right, you know what? If he has a 6, maybe he'll fold, and to get him off a chop or a 3. He did go for the value. That was actually a pretty interesting race.
10 bigs.
King high for 10 bigs. Considering king 6, definitely very close. Guy's opponent on the ropes. Does he want to gamble here? He has the best of it. He does call. This could be your
no.
Jack, fair fight.
Jack's
Can
coming.
it be done?
Jack's coming. Let's go. Please. Oh.
We're going to continue 6.82%, and we will keep playing unless a king is on the river. And no, king 6 doesn't get it. And this is all of a sudden a 2-to-1 again, a 2-to-1 situation. Not over yet, man. He did go for it. 10 blinds, very close. And it is going to continue on.
Oh my gosh. Your guy's running so good.
That's a good flop. He is going to, king high could definitely call here. He's got some newfound chips. There's a lot of hands. 10 jack, he's beating 6-7. He's beating, he blocks that though, 7-10. So he does actually, the 7's not a great card, right? Some of the random draws he's beating. It's hard to put your opponent on a, you could also have queen 10, could have jack 10.
Mm-hmm.
And check back. I like the bet check line.
Yep. Now he's going to try and bluff a little bit at it, maybe. With this king high. No.
Dennis Sanchez, what's up, brother? Good to see you. King high. I mean, king high just doesn't really need to bluff, right? Just probably thinks he beats a lot. Now the sizing here, he might call up to a pot size bet. You beat a lot of hands as played. The bet check bet line, pretty bluffy. You know, ace high, you do lose to, and then of course the old 9-8 for the Whopper boat full house special. And he's gonna go like the sizing, may get very well get called here. I really
he might.
The thing is though, I think he would expect him to bet jack 10, queen 10 on the turn. So again, he probably doesn't love it. He does call, and we're back to 3 points. They've been jockeying.
Yep. Hi, Denise Sanchez. Dennis. Him and I've been friends a while.
For a long time. Back on the stream days was a very low. I would see him on almost all shows. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. And every Tuesday we got Mike the Mouth Mattis on next week. Got him to download Discord. That's a win. Got him download that. He's working on getting set up for next week. And yeah, Mike's been around for a long time. Jack 7 deuce 9. No one with the pair 1 million plus in the pot, and this is an important pot. Deuce 9 does have a gutter and definitely could pull the trigger here. One of the worst hands he can have. And that'll do it. Jack 7.
Yep. Sweating for my guy. Come on. Oh, it might get all in here. All in chop. I think he's calling.
He's going to call. Ace 4, ace 6, a lot of chips out there. We know it could be a chop. We also know things can get weird here. It is a...
Oh, no ace. No ace.
3.
Or 3.
3. I mean,
it's a 3.
We got a wager on it. Could it be a...
Oh, my gosh. Is that the chip lead? Holy crap. Let's go. This just got awesome.
They're even now. This is literally dead even. This is like crazy. How can at the 125, 250 level, we are coming up on 3 hours.
Look at this pop.
Wow.
Oh man. Top and 8 of clubs for the home team.
What did I say for dinner? We're talking Chick-fil-A, right? Or In-N-Out? We're not doing a big dinner, right? What are we doing?
Oh, it's the 9.
Got life. Got life, but King Jack a hammerlock here.
It's going to be an 8 of clubs on the river. Watch this. And then it's GG. They are dead even. 7717. 7707.
Wow.
Holy crap.
Yeah, but there's the 1.5 in the middle. King Jack has a monster hold on this hand.
Oh, man. He's going to bet big, too.
Yeah, he's going to come. He's got the 9
right
all of a sudden. He's got turn strong second pair. I mean, medium pair. It's like going to peel here for sure. There are some nightmare cards, the 8 of clubs in particular. That would be the one.
Marvelous.
Okay, the 4.
How much is in the middle? 5? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He's going to rip it. He's going to rip it all in. He's going to rip it. You guys going to call? I'm up.
No, I think he's going to bet like 2.3. He's going to go for 1.9. I don't think he's going to go for all of it. That's greedy. He could. He actually, no, he has the clubs, which is a reason to do that, right? Because
yeah, he does it. He's going to call. He's going to call. Please. Steak and lobster for the Bensbenz. What time?
He might really call. He might actually call. This is crazy. They got like the exact same stack. This is not good. DV is in the tank using that chess clock feature. 125 for Rodrigo. I don't know, man. I mean, he's got the club in his hand though, but I love the shove. You're right. It makes it really strong. He definitely has bluffs here, and DV is a bit sticky. You're right. He might call. This could be it. This might leave him with 5,000 chips, and this could be the comeback. In the tank.
Oh,
man, nice fold. That you could have easily called there.
Yeah, that was a great fold. I bet that hurt to fold. Oh man, if he goes a little under, I don't know. Then it looks too strong. The rip there just either is all or nothing, you know. Oh man.
Yeah, polarizing. That was
polarizing galore. What a hand.
11-5. I mean, this is you can't battle harder. This is quite a fight today.
So annoying to listen to.
Wow, we're going distance today. This is one of the longer shows we've had. It's right on the 3-hour mark. 2 hours 20. I'd say 2:30 is like the average. So this is definitely getting towards. We're getting record territory. 1 minute 22 on the clock. You were wondering about the clock. There it is. Coming into play. We're both getting a little lighter on the clock. I mean, 250K big blind though starts getting shallow. Yeah, we have got still the longest. I don't think this is the long. There's definitely we've had 3-hour 3:15 shows, but this is one of the longer ones definitely, and this has been entertaining. We've seen a little everything. Again, we saw huge folds, over folds. We saw big bluffs too. We've seen the whole bag of tricks today. And Queen 9 going to value bet King high 9-9. I'm sorry, 9-5-5-8-7. King high.
Nice fold.
Too much there to overcome.
Yeah, 6. I noticed they play every hand really. There's no real folds, even with the 2-3 and whatever. Oh no, this is not good for me.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
Wow. This is the ultimate. I mean, literally trips on the ace 4-4, 4-9 to queen 4. I mean, Rodrigo's thinking about Vegas and the Mirage, and DV has got the absolute hammerlock here. Obviously, there's some chops. Could happen. I mean, there's a 9, a king that could come, an ace. So there is cards that run out where there's a world where it doesn't go well, but that is going to be a very grim scenario here.
Yeah.
Wow. What a cooler spot. Queen 4-9.
Ace on the river. Flop. Ace on the river, please. He's gonna ship it. He has to. Here.
King would chop too, right?
Yeah.
There are some cards. A 9 would be the miracle of miracles. Queen 4, can't believe what he's seeing. Jack, not enough. And I got bad news for you, Benz. This is a switch of power here. This is going to be a jam, and he's going to get lightning. He's going to get Helmuth called.
Yeah. He's going to be like, no.
Snap. He can't believe it. He thinks it's the champion, but no. He is now the underdog, 12-5. It is a game that giveth and taketh away.
Brutal.
And Queen Jack again here has got a pretty good spot with the better kicker, better draw, and Queen Deuce is in here speeding. Queen Jack is going to be, wonder if he'll just call or raise. Does just call and see if Queen Deuce wants to keep the pressure up. I mean, you got to, in a way, you could protect Jack X diamonds. Your Queen is such a weak kicker. You lose to King X, Queen X. So he does check back, and Queen Jack going to make the straight. Was ahead. Nice. Same thing here. Don't think he'll lose too many chips, but could bet small. 400 or 500. Could also go for it, but he does have a queen. I don't think he's expecting it called by too much, so it's very small bet. I like that. That's smart, right? You're gonna get
Smart.
hand like this to call you because like you could have a missed diamond draw. You would bet super small.
Sometimes people, they say, "Oh, you might not have a jack. Let me raise a little bit too." Seen
That's
that
true.
before.
Yeah, and induce. You get them to accomplish a few things.
4 to 13. We've been in worse spots. Here's an all-in.
Ooh, this is a very good spot because you might just get ripped on here for that size, and there
Oh,
it is, and
yeah.
you're going to be in a fantastic spot. This could end it, but also this could put us back to even Steven. Sixes to ace four off. Is it going to be?
Heart,
flop.
Nine, heart, ace.
9 would end it too.
9 would end it. It looks like a jack.
And we are going to keep playing. Let's go.
We're tied.
We've gone this long. Let's just go for the record. You may as well get the record at this point. Over 700 on. See who's going to win. Queen 3, Queen Deuce. This is one of those days where it is just absolutely going to. We are going the distance. We are going the distance. Wow. This is, I mean, dude, even stacked 3 hours on the dot in. We got a $50 or $100 ticket on the line for the winner. We got our dinner bet on the line. We have a tweet pending, which I'm going to check on right now, see where we're at. We're going to announce that. That's Jeff Gross Poker pin tweet. 93 of you so far. Appreciate you guys doing that, giving some energy to the stream. And then, guys, it's fun to win something too. A deuce pairs. He's got the gutter with the deuce. He does call, and he may win this pot because I don't know if Rodrigo's going to go and fire off here. He does have a key blocker, and he does have one of the worst hands he could have. And if he bets, he's going to win. If he checks, he's going to lose. But he made, oh my goodness.
He goes for it.
He gets it. This has got to get it done. I mean, what a savage. The same time, you got the queen. You block queen 10. Okay, that's one thing. You have a deuce. You don't have a diamond. But like this would be in the hero of capes of capes. Some point, you're just almost like, man, these guys are great. Look at we're under a minute shot clock at 2 minutes. We may really get the 0-0 matchup. He's considering this call. That would be too much. That would be upstairs, high level, like over the top, like hero stuff. That's just a great bet. Really
still
good.
Surprised he folded with that 8-9. That would have been hard to fold that. The king out there, the two clubs, and just such a big pot.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it was a great fold on that one. It's true. This heads up is an awesome show.
Yeah, this has been something. 7 gonna make it. He had the best hand anyway.
I've never commentated before, clearly, but this is super fun, and really thank you for inviting me, and thank you for having me. It's like such a different world, and I like your structure of how you can tell you're very knowledgeable, but how you frame the hands and explain the hands. People might just be listening. It's pretty cool.
Like I said, man, appreciate you coming on. This is great. And again, you guys can follow along Bensbenz on Twitch, and does a lot of giveaways on Twitter. And we will be seeing you again for sure. Hopefully this has been, like I said, it sounds like you're having a good time. And they say booth magic. So when you get out there in Costa Rica, you're seeing some cards, think about the stream, and just yeah,
for sure.
Just crush it.
Now I'm gonna have to start watching your show because I've never actually watched it. So now I'm gonna be like, oh, it's Monday. Is it normally Tuesday or normally Monday?
Yeah, Tuesday,
2:45
okay. Eastern. Now with daylight savings, it was 1:45. It's 2:45. So that's the crazy thing. It's funny because like I assume people have all, or you've seen it somewhere, but it's just there's so much poker, there's so much content, and there's all, like I said, it's not you're not streaming every day, you're not on every day, and it's like it's like also you see a final table, you see something, and it's hard to know like, oh, okay, is that it happens once a week, and then you may not be thinking about it because it's like, oh yeah, it's just like another final table, and that's great. We've had some really, really, really interesting final tables and awesome guests, and it's been a lot of fun. Done a lot of these now.
Rodrigo was in 4th coming into the final table, and I picked him as my first real pick, I believe, didn't I? Because I got the first 2, and I went with the two.
You chose
Yeah,
to
I did.
grab the Brazilians, man, early.
I
You
did.
really, you had a feeling. You did.
Yeah, and you went with Rudy and Mai. And wow, they're not even. Oh yeah, so your guy came in fifth. So fourth and fifth, we're battling it out for first and second.
I see Dennis in the chat asking about being on, and also Pedro, who I recognize if that's the one I'm thinking about, PVIGAR on Twitter. Yeah, listen, I get you reached out to about being guest on here a fair amount. So, you know, that's you guys, if anyone wants to ever be on, please contact me. Definitely possible. And I think Pedro is he was online poker player of the year, maybe 2021. I'm not sure if he also won a Triton event, I believe, in London, if I'm not mistaken, a while ago. What was that, 2023? Maybe this last year in August, I think I remember seeing. So if that's you in there, he's saying, I beg you, I'm not sure if it's the same one, but you know, obviously plays at the highest level, and you're welcome to message me. So 10-6, 10-6, chop it up, no harm, no foul. We are going to keep playing, and we're getting in record territory. We're getting in record territory right now, right? If you're going to do it long, I might as well do it all.
All in. Just do it. Just send it.
Send it in, Jerome.
He's going to send it. Oh, he sends it. Let's go. All right, buddy. We're on the same wavelength. Nice job.
Yeah. Not sure that is PVIGAR, but I mean, it's the same name on YouTube, and I know he is a high stakes crusher.
Forward momentum. 1.8 million, 1.3 million. Oh, check. Now he's done.
Yeah, Pedro 9-3 gonna bluff Jack deuce though. He's got the worst hand, and
he's gonna get called
the
for
deuce.
sure.
He does have a deuce.
Yeah, he's gonna get called.
Call, man.
I don't know that check back though on the turn. He's been applying so much pressure, just fucking kind of like shut down, turned off the gas, you know.
Dennis giving us some kind words there. Appreciate it. Yeah, man. Chat revoked as well. I know. Yeah, it is fun. It's just again, you know how it is, man. Benz, you got to be in there if you're gonna really go for it on Twitch. You got to. It's like living in the U.S. It's just not really feasible with the two young kids. Before I had kids, I could travel, would get out, you know, throw up the laptop, stream, go travel for a while. But now kids got school, and it's like just not really like a reasonable thing where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go stream for months.
Yeah. You called it the Flow Show. What did Flow stand for? Flow Show.
I rhymed flow show. I love just letting things flow. I just like the word flow, and it rhymes with show, and poker flow show is it. Just kind of came up with it in 2015, I think it was, or 14. Yeah, just kind of rocked it. And when we are in record territory, guys. I think I'm gonna get the official record, but we're super close. We're 3 hours 7 minutes in, and these guys they're limping at 300. I don't think we've hit 300K big blind. That'll be the answer. Maybe there's a 400 once, but also sometimes there's like $1 million prizes. There's special ones, right? Like special what do you call it? What's the word? Yeah, like special edition GGMillion. So then sometimes it's deeper, right? Where there's more chips, or it's like a lot more entries, and then it can sometimes take a bit longer. But this is right there, maybe definitely top 3 longest shows. So we appreciate that. Thanks for being here.
Beast emote on Twitch. Brandon says my username is smoked all my weed 420. Hi, Brandon. Got lots of my friends in chat. Nice little pot.
Rodrigo, man, I got it. The Brazilian force is super strong. It's hard to bet against them. I just think that here we go, 300K big blind nines, but not going to lose much chips here. I mean, it's just going to get popped up, or even all of it. What's he got? 20. Yeah, not all of it. Strong enough to induce. He's going to raise and take it down, but too close to call. One big hand, one big flip, one big cooler. 10-9 Jack 4, man. The Robbie's been on here before too. She's been on in the mix.
She just win a tournament recently? I saw a photo.
Yeah, I saw. I don't know what I know it was in Thunder Valley. I saw a picture yesterday. I don't know. It wasn't like they have a main event going there. But it was, she won a side event there. I'm not sure what the prizes were, but hey, it's always, listen, winning the tournament's not easy. It's fun. You know, you play a side event, you play anywhere, you get some hardware, you get the winner pick, you have a good time. It's cool. But 9-10 is going to be betting here, and this is getting thin, man. 300K big blind. What are we talking about? 22 bigs for DV.
Yep.
And 33. So pretty tight here. Deuce 559. These guys are limping. They're really, you know what they're saying, Benz? They're going to help us get to the record. You can say you're part of a record GGMillion stream out of all the shows. Who would have thought this is the one?
Record breaking. What record? Don't worry about it.
I love it.
I actually staked Robbie a long time ago in the World Poker Tour, I believe. World Poker Tour. A couple big ones.
Nice.
King Deuce versus King Deuce.
What was your largest score return in a live event? Like, not because I know you said you've done some online stuff, but.
So last year I had 2 super deep in the main event. I put them both in basically off Twitter giveaways. And Bill Perkins actually bought some of their action off Twitter because they were so deep. They kind of fizzed out around the 40K range. I think they cashed around 40K. So not too much in that one. But I mean, yeah, nothing too crazy, just little ones. I like putting people that have never been in spots into fun spots. That's enjoyable for me. So, and then I don't have to sit there for like 4 days, you know, and get a little return if they do well. You might call this, don't get crazy.
Queen, Deuce, Ace, King does peel. And this could be a double. I mean, both hitting top and middle pair. King, Ace, King, got to feel good, of course. Queen, Deuce, kind of no man's land. Sort of like, all right, I got something. It's hard to make a pair. I got Queen. But DV is got the heart. He's going to bet. Rodrigo not going to fold here. Queen or a deuce, otherwise likely going to just be a massive favorite for a double. And there's a world where Rodrigo folds on the 10. But I think he's just going to shove like SPR. I mean, stack to pot ratio. It's exactly 4.2, 4.2. So like if he did have, you know, ace 4 of hearts, maybe he'd shove. If he had jack, you know, whatever, he might shove or bet. So Rodrigo's got a tough decision here.
Yeah. And only 46 seconds too.
Yeah, we're literally getting in that scenario. Oh, he does.
Nice fold. Wow. All right,
great.
we're even. It's a great fold.
Somehow at the 300K big blind, we are exactly the same stacks. We can't be more. It's like not even someone's. It's literally like tied.
It's wild.
All right. Jack, Queen, 10-8 also could be it. I don't know if you hear my son in the background. You hear some crying or no?
I hear him happy as can be.
He knows the schedule. He's like, this is longer than normal, man. He's like, where are you at? This is like, you're past the time. I hear him in there. All right. 10-8 suited. I mean, this could be.
Push it on him.
All right, we got.
Does he just call?
A call, and I don't know if he's got the queen.
Please check back. Oh no, if he rips it, it's over. He's calling.
All right, we are. I mean, man, does he get? waves the flag there. I think, it's a good decision, though. When you have the 10 and the clubs, I like the decision not to bet, right? Because, like, you kind of have the missed draws. So that's also important to not mandatory go.
Yep. Exactly.
Like, I actually think that's a good give up. And
Old.
Benz, we got the record. I'm pretty sure it's like 3 hours 15. We're definitely, it's like almost guaranteed. We're in the wheelhouse for like, we're on the podium. I just don't know if it's the official course record. But their ace 5 shoving. This is wild.
They're both plowing back. It's just gonna come to one big hand,
All right, my son is he's in meltdown mode, but he's turning 5 very soon. My other son's turning 1. It's a fun age, man, but you really do need to be available.
Yep.
Well, it's too close to call. It is just too close to call, and this is the record where I think it got a confirmation. We're in, and we might see these players. They're running out of clock. We're running out of time. I don't know if GG has the server space like to hold for this long of streams. We are literally up against it. Queen 9, Queen 10. This is close to shooting it up, but also one of those hands just kind of nice to check back. So he checks back Queen 10 pairs, Queen 9 in a world of hurt. Unlikely going to put any chips in, even for a small bet. And
there's a queen. It's, oh man, so they're gonna only have 5 seconds to think here soon.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 34 seconds. Queen 10 got the lead. DV, man, can he finish it off? He's really put together a nice program. He did get lucky. Could have, what was it? He would have been out like 8th or 9th, right? He literally got in kings to ace king early, smoked it. Can't blame him. I think he might have been ace king suited, flopped the ace to kings. That was against 2-3 Rudy. And then he has done a good job, though. Really had a good seat, played well, chipped up nicely. He's played a very clean game.
Great bluff with 5-4, wasn't that him?
He's had a lot of kind of memorable hands. 4-5, yeah. He's had a lot, and here he goes. He's gonna go ahead and be in a great spot here. If Queen 9 keeps telling the story, Jack 10 has got a certain not folding, and he makes not the straight. It feels like he has a straight. He doesn't. He has the club draw that misses, but a jack. Queen 9 has queen high, and DV, is he just gonna be able to show this one down? Queen 9, does he give up, or does he decide with a spade and a queen? He gives up. I mean, that one might have got through with, again, some reason to bet there. Queen 10's a straight, the spade is a flush, and he has queen high, so he had some blockers working for him to fire, but he doesn't. And now 8-3. Eight, 3, 7-10. 7-10. 2 overs to the board. Good card for the 8-3. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. GG, trust me, they just crossed the 300K sub mark, and they are definitely not going to be having an issue with server space. But we did hit records today. Did hit records, and we are going to see. So
Gonna rip it all in here. Feel it. Do it. Oh, wow. Oh, man. This is not looking good.
Ace 5, 4 mil, 3-1, 3-1.
Who's your favorite hand? Jack 9. He's gonna go for it again.
I'm officially entertained. This is a comedian. Like, This is one of those things I joke with the audience, like the guests sometimes about dinner plans and doing their thing in like the early days. This is wild. I think the record is like 120 or 140 or 30, maybe 130 for the show, the longest. But yeah, this is. Listen, I love it. I love the extra hours. I love seeing a good battle. These are two guys that don't want to lose. They're not willing to just flick it in. They want to see flops. They want to be careful. Here it is. Jack deuce limp. Ace king gonna shoot it up.
Yeah.
If he makes it 1.1, maybe peels, but no, he's just not messing around. And Jack deuce suited not gonna. Yeah, this has been a seesaw. This has been a seesaw flip. I mean, we might not. I mean, we might go to 500 big blind. What's even next? Let's see the hands. We're going up in 14 next level. I mean, at some point they might run out of the BBs. Like they might run out of the levels. They don't plan for the 1 mil. You know, get down to like 5-6 blinds. This is just a battle. 11-5, Jack 9, Ace 6, Ace 6 price. Gonna shove, I guess. At 350 blind. What is that? So yeah, it's just a shove, I think. Jack 9 not gonna call. We'll go to the next. Yeah, I want to let my son in, but you're not supposed to have kids on the stream, right? He would love to be. He's a great co-host, but there's some rule. That's the thing. It's like gaming and kids, right? That's the thing. Streaming's one thing, but like a poker stream and kids on, I think there are rules. I used to love having my son on the show, but times have changed. This is crazy. Can we get let's get the cards on their backs. Let's get a 5. Let's get to see a show me 5, 6 mil. Jack 8, Jack 10, gonna be limp. Pride check back. Limp check. Jack 10, no one hits. Jack 10 high, good. Jack 8 could win this pot. Will be betting. It's got backdoor galore. Has a spade. Jack 10. It's a little thin. Both with the spade, actually problematic. Interestingly enough, Jack 10, I think he will shell this one, right? He should. He's got really a semi bluff. He's got nothing. He could put some pressure on the 5. Maybe a 6-7 or 7-8 that calls one that he just gets to protect against. And Jack 10, I mean, 30 seconds on Rodrigo's clock.
Wow.
Man.
Oh, that was so huge. What a great play. Yeah, when he keeps the gas on, he does very well. It's that one time he shut down on the turn and then tried to bluff river, really hurt him. And they're both such great players. It's crazy.
Wow, I'm just getting confirmation if it's the official longest. I think it is 8 deuce, Jack 9, 8 deuce. Has the best hand, still the best hand, checks it back. Queen run out, going to feel more confident with the 8. Rodrigo using a little clock here, thinking if he wants to bluff the Jack 9. He's got 30 seconds, 29. Can he maybe get some king highs to fold? Is there merit? 26, 25. He is going to check. He uses the clock. And there is a world where he has the best hand, but probably not when his opponent checks back. And there's a bet from the 8, I guess. Yeah, value for a 5x, or I think it's value. Right, must be. He's not bluffing.
See if you can induce
on this run out in this check turn and then the queen pair river. So yeah, trying to target a 5x. Some other hands, maybe king high could call. I mean, Jack high look curious.
Nice hand.
Three, 4, Jack 5. Well, the player with the least chips now has a pair. Jack 5 not really like that. Gonna fold. We are tight. 6.5 to 10.6. Less than a 2-to-1 lead. It is too close to call. Bobby can't believe it's still going. If anyone who watched the show weekly knows, we are in, maybe they think it's a replay, because we are getting in the 3.5 hour territory. Both players' shot clocks whittled down. King 6, 6-4. It's not gonna be this hand where it ends either, I believe. There's just no one with anything. King high with the diamond could peel one here. Definitely 10-10 queen, king high, likely the best hand a lot. So he's using shot clock. He's calling. Oh, he's raising. Nice, interesting. Another way to figure out the puzzle.
I feel like there should be a way to buy like a few minutes of time when it's down to heads up. Like, hey, you can spend $10 for a minute or something. GG make some money. Like, buy.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. That is interesting. Here we go. 5-9. Oh, top 2 versus open-ended.
Open-ended.
This could be it. This could also be a double. This could be a lot. 9-5 on a wet board. The question is, do you just call a raise? Probably pop it. Too much going on. And 4 deuce now, unfortunately, is like a kind of bad draw on the board, right? It is heads up. It is open-ended. An ace, a 6. But then the 6 isn't the nut straight. If it's a diamond, you don't know if you have the best hand. So if he does have a way to release here, I think. I don't I call 6.
Whoa.
Wow. And although it's a 6, so now he loses to 7-8, loses to diamonds, loses to 4-7. Unlikely 4-7s, check raising. 7-8, same. I guess 7-8's double gutted, right? That would have been, oh, wow. 9-5 going to come betting out, and Rodrigo has got himself a winning hand at the moment. Has to fade only a 9 or a 5. He's in better shape than he knows. He did hit Gin, and he might just rip it in here. 3-2 does, and 9-5.
And 9-5 has to call.
Oh my goodness, is this gonna flip again? Is there? Could he ever?
Call.
He does call.
Wow.
9 or 5 to end a record-long streamer. We will continue playing about 9% chance, and it is a 8. Is not great.
Wow.
That is now a huge comeback. Rodrigo, and he's got jacks.
He's gonna get it in here suited. He's gonna rip it all in.
Believe it. He limps in, and Rodrigo with 2 seconds on his clock. Maybe just a small raise. Small raise. I don't think he has to shove. Yeah, I like it. Oh, my God.
This is going to be super fast poker now. He's out.
9-5 suited to Dan Smith. Oh, my goodness. This is really happening, right? He's going to double up. He's going to double up. He's got 2 pairs.
9s and 5s.
He's got 2 pairs. The under 2 cards versus jacks, a 10 or a jack, or some running situations. Otherwise, we're going to get closer. It's not the queen. He is open. He has to fade. He has
jack,
to fade.
10,
jack,
queen, 8.
A king, an 8, a 10. It sounds like a lot of cards. 2 pairs to leave. There's the percentages.
King on the river, baby.
To the river. The longest recorded river is a 4, and we will go on. The show will go on. We are not going home, man. I'm not leaving. You know that thing. You know the deal.
We're
not leaving. You're not leaving. No one's leaving. We're keeping it going. And this is officially, you can write it all. You can say whatever you want, but you have witnessed history today. We are not going to see a winner yet. No one has stamped it. And now a deuce has got a card. 8 deuce is winning. And this is crazy. Yo, we're going to see Rodrigo has 1 second left. I mean, yeah, like honestly, you're right though. If you hit the level 200K, 400K, there should be some like time bank reset. Like at some point, it's not your fault. Like you have no time bank. It's just like a situation, a function of this is crazy. Like you're in the this is crazy situation.
Just to be able to, if it's heads up, to be able to buy, you know, like $5 gives you a minute or something, you know.
Yeah. I mean, or.
You could buy 1 per blind level. Nothing too crazy, you know, but that's a way they can make some money.
Yeah, I mean, they just, how about a reset?
No.
Hello. I mean, this has got the making of a double up again. Rodrigo's got no time. He's not folding. Gut shot in a pair.
Yep.
That could save him some money. And
I don't think he's folding 9-7.
Can't believe what's going on here. He is literally. He is now officially at a minute time. We're under a minute, and we are under a second. And 7-9 could get away here. I think if there's a time. He does call. He's drawing dead calling. And 9-10. I mean, yeah, this river here, I don't see. I mean, I don't think he won't call the 3rd shell, but it's going to tighten things up. We are. I mean, this is too much.
Please fold. Don't call. Don't call. Please don't call. He does. Yeah.
Calls.
I felt it.
Calls, and we're back to even. And I'm getting word that 3 hours 45 minutes was the record at level 39, and that was in that tournament. Maybe it was how it was done. But so we're not officially at the record, but we are. I mean, the history of the show. We're not talking seasons. We're not talking 2023 or 4. We're talking in the world of GG Millions, and we're apparently, I think, 2nd right now. So we're still some ways away from that, but look at these guys aren't going anywhere. I don't see anyone going anywhere right now. And DV is going to win this hand with 2 pair as played. Pretty confident that's going to be the case. And 8-5, thinking about value betting as he should. And deuce 3.
Gotta fold, buddy.
Is he going to fold? And I mean, it's just who are you going to choose? You could flip a coin. It's just back and forth and back and forth.
There we go.
And this
Pump
is
it.
going to be a.
There we go.
Oh, actually, that's going to save him probably. They did because he could have. I don't think he. Oh, for that sizing, he might peel.
Oh, he's got 50 seconds left too. That's such an advantage. Oh.
Yeah, if he had limped and got raised, he would have called, but he min raised, and it's going to save him the fold. Wow.
It's got to be so hard having 5 seconds to like for $80,000. It's pretty cool though.
A 6-9 deuce, and we are going to be to the next hand, and we are literally tied. I mean, we are tied 8.3 to 8.4 to 8.4. It's literally 8.5 to the. We just you can't get more even than this. It is a pure coin flip, and no one wants to go home. Nobody. This is absolute insanity. I'm having a blast. I gotta say at this point, like I said, I like to see records. I mean, just get aces again. Heads up, aces, jacks. Guys got nothing. And takes it down. DV from Montenegro. Rodrigo hailing from Brazil. Queen 8 suited. Pretty nice starter. Jack 5 off. Limps. I mean, he's in the hand. Both players don't connect. Jack high, not good. Queen 8, good. Queen 8 betting. Jack 5, no equity. 50-second shot clock. 0.01 second shot clock. This has got it all today. And chat revoked.
My hands are sweating. I'm excited for them.
I called the giveaway a while ago. We could have let it run for a while because, I called the winner earlier, and we don't know if it's going to be a $50 or $100 ticket. That's still what to be played for. Rodrigo now extending the lead a little bit, but again, no one really not even a 2-1 dog. And these are real hands. If he min raises, going to get called. And this got the potential. I feel like this is it. I just feels like these are like really powerful hands. Someone's gonna hit top pair. Someone's gonna hit something. Not all right. Gut shot, backdoor flush draw, no pair, nut flush draw. This definitely some chips could go in the middle. I think this could be it. How about the 8 of hearts?
Just calls. I think 8 of hearts.
8 of hearts. Not it. 9-7.
Rodrigo's gonna pump him full of lead right here. He's gonna pump it like 2 million.
He's going to put the full pressure on, yeah.
Yeah, 1.2. Yeah.
The gut shot with the 9, it's kind of like dicey, yeah. Gets out of the wind, out of the way.
We got the strong arm, we're wrestling right now. It's kind of like coming. Oh, but here comes your boy.
Oh, wow, no. It takes a high variance line to limp, not raise. Like, I actually like shoving out the stacked up because he's going to get more chips. I like shoving because there's going to be a lot of checkbacks, and if you shove, you get called by some hands that you're dominating. But now he did end up getting more chips, so that was a good exploit. I guess he thought his opponent would raise with some of the airball hands.
Yep.
There's the computer hand, Queen 7 off, limp 8-9, going to check back. 9 pairs. This is just like when you think you've seen it all. And the Queen 7 pair puts him on the board. 8-9, pretty nice. Open-ended, makes it straight. Queen 7 got a little worse and worse. Well, I guess it got better with the pair, even though it was worse. And then the 4-liner, 8-9 going to feel confident. Again, I don't know how big he can go here. There's a world where his opponent somehow hits a weird 2 pair or something. Maybe he will go big. Versus like 500. But yeah, he goes pot. Close to pot. What's that, 2/3 pot? A little more.
Nice fold.
Good fold. Good fold.
Dead even again, almost. A little bit of advantage. I think the big hand is brewing. Ace Jack against Ace 10. We haven't seen very many Ace 10s. Oh, geez.
2 pair, but nothing for the Rodrigo. He's holding on to that second in his shot clock. He's holding on to it. He thinks maybe thinks he's out if the clock goes out, although it's not the case. And King 10 3 deuce.
Just keeps limping. It's crazy.
Yeah. This is definitely going to come down, I think, to somehow there will be one where there's two hands off this stacked up. They're just so shallow now that like there's going to be some all in and calls. But they're really not getting matched up. We saw what, sixes to ace four. That was, I think, one of the last ones. Just reasonable hands, and sixes did hold.
Not flush draw. I'm gonna check back. Keep him in. Nope.
Yeah, Rodrigo not going for that.
Felt it. I feel like I'm so much more aggressive heads up. Like I never limp. I just automatically raise. I don't know.
King 8, Queen 6, two pretty good hands here. King 8 could put pressure. King 8 definitely above starting average hand. Doesn't do it. Queen 6 gets to see the flop and smashes the bottom two. But King 8 now isn't going to love this. Although King High, it's heads up, does call. Drawing dead.
Dead.
On this hand. And probably won't put much money in. And we will be back to about 8.5, 8.5. I can't imagine a world where he's going to call here. Definitely not that size.
Nope.
And we are even all around at, I guess, slight 8.2 to 8.6. Jack 5, middle pair, 6-3, zero equity bluff, zero equity speeding. Might just be a one and done. Don't think this is not a ton of. Well, then you go ahead and pair the 3.
We on the river. Just for fun. Oh. If Jack throws a bet, a 3 probably will call.
With no diamond. I mean, I wonder if he checks it here. 26 seconds on the clock. He is going to bet 6-3. We've seen a sticky call. Yep. Just realizing how hard it is to make a pair. I know it looks crazy, right? When you're not right, but then all the times where people just have the airball 9 with the diamond or some kind of bluff there. I mean, it's reasonable. 2 airball hands. This is wild. We are at 3 hours, 36 minutes currently. The record 3:45. It's a good over under at this point. 9 more minutes for the full record, the full enchilada. The full deal. I don't know. I mean, the same.
There it is. There it is. All in,
baby. And the thing though is,
I was thinking ace 10. Did I not call it? I just said
say that. But the thing is, ace 10 is not covering. So even if he does hold here, it's still hold the 4, right? A 7 would send us in to a end. It is a looking clean. Wow, 3 of clubs, a 6 or a 7 non-club, and that is going to be Rodrigo trying to take home a lot of reais.
Holy crap! Oh, he's gonna shove it on him here too.
6, and this is just
all in. He's wild. You gotta shove there, buddy. There you go. All right, whittle him down. He's at once you're under 10 bigs like that. Oh, it's just pressure time.
3-1 lead.
Yep.
It's a 3-1 lead. Still wide open. A double is gonna chip it out. It's gonna be a limp shove. 6-9 off limp. Jack Queen enough hand to shove. Gonna get it through. Can't imagine he checks back. Does shove. 4 mil. Still chipping up.
I really don't like the limp. Do you do that as well? Like when your head's up?
I mean, honestly, off this stack depth, it makes a lot of sense because you want to trap your biggest hands and then you don't want to like min raise fold when you have air and you want to get to flop. So this is probably going to get called. This is super close. King Deuce, it's 10, 11
suited
blinds. He does call King Deuce. This could be at our second longest stream of all time. GG Million's currently going King Deuce 7-5 flop lightning, but he's got the spade. Wow, he's an underdog now. He needs a spade or a king on the river, and it is ace, and it is gonna keep on going.
What is this?
Keep on going. We're 7 minutes away from the record. 7 minutes away, and we are back to even. This is crazy. Fades the king, fades the spade, and here we go. We got Jack 10, Ace 9 suited, real hands, and we're just gonna see a flop. Let's play some poker. Jack 10, Ace 9, both have good equity. Both have 2 overs. Both have backdoors. Well, Jack 10 is a gut shot to whoever's. Ace 9 suited is certainly not folding. Beating a variety of hands, probably just call. Still probably calling. Beats
Rodrigo,
5x, 6x. Beats
turn
9,
on the
10.
gas,
Beats
buddy.
6, 9.
Turn on the gas right here. You got to bump it.
A 9 would be a disaster.
2 million. 1.6 million. Okay.
I think he's calling, man. Even though they're so shallow.
Oh,
Wow.
no, keep my man.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. You call there, you're going to set up a river shove, and you're hoping you're good. It's too shallow to get too cute. All right, we are 6 minutes away.
This is very fun. Thank you for this excitement. This is made my, I don't know what day today is.
No matter what at this point for 3 hours 45 minute, 3 hour 40 minute stream.
This is very, very fun. Even though yesterday, I totally thought it was yesterday, and I was like sitting here, I was like, I don't know what I did wrong, but I can't get a hold of me. You're like, it's tomorrow, dude. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so stupid. I was tracking my days.
6, 8, 6. I mean, Rodrigo's been sticky at times, but now the price of being wrong and Hero calling down with sort of a modest hand. Blinds are up at the 2,500 level infinite 42. I think they say the record before was 30. Episode 37 was 345, but that was only level 39. So you can see we're on level 42, and that is a flop flush. He has 118 to 1 odds to flop a flush. He does it. That card, maybe Rodrigo shells it again, and there's nowhere that DV is going. And let's see if he does slow down. He is putting on immense pressure, and this could be problematic if it's a non-heart river. Yeah. And he rips it. Also, DV could just decide that it's his time to spring it and just protect. But he does. Wow. Rodrigo, unfortunately for your friend, the Brazilian, I think he could go for the rip here, man. He's telling a story, putting pressure on one pairs. He's got the worst hand he could have in his hand, 8-7 off, and he checks. He runs out of time, by the way. 0 seconds on the clock, 5 minutes off the course record. Even. We are absolutely ridiculous. We're playing for 71.5, 71,000 US dollars. That's about 350,000 real. Heads up. That is Brazilian. Ace deuce suited going to shove. Jack 9 not going to call. We are going to play another hand. 5 minutes off the record. Here we go. It is. You just think it's this hand, but then you look. You're like, no, it can't be this hand. And then it's the next hand. And then here we go. 9 deuce, Jack deuce. Let's limp. No one hits a pair. No one has a semi-bluff draw. No one that's just Rodrigo. 0 seconds, 18 seconds on the shot clock. The drama, all of it, the suspense, the chat's losing their mind. We did the giveaways, the tweet. I'm going to put the link out one more time because we can and because of time. Is this? Yep. Copy link. I might have to.
All in.
610.
Send it.
Send it up. Send it in. We are officially 3 minutes off the record, and I think, what do you think, Benz? We going to get there? We may as well just get there at this point, right? We might as well. 3 hour 45, King 7, 5. Ooh, top 2, bottom pair.
GG.
A 3 or a 5, a 3 or a 5, and we're probably ending this sucker, but nope, no 3 or 5 yet. No 3 or 5 yet.
I'm so glad he didn't try and bluff on that flush.
Yeah, he timed out. I mean, he literally had no time left. I think he definitely. I mean, he obviously thought about it. He knows he has the worst hand. Good not to. 4-5 queen 5. Not much here. Need the 5-4 flop or the 4-5 or the 2-3 queen flop, and that is going to be pretty much air balls. No one's
got a little straight draw. No, yeah, 7.
4-5, a little gut shot, queen high.
He's so good with that pressure. Oh my God.
This guy's tough, man. This is high level. This is high level. King 4. So you just want to believe you're going to see like jacks and ace queen, some hand, some kind of like whatever. And that just turns into like the actual distribution. Wow. Wow, he snap folds there for similar with King Deuce suited he called last time. He didn't.
I think that's going to save him. I think that hand right there is going to save him, and now he's going to win the whole thing because of it.
He's going to limp, and this probably shove here. Yep. Yeah. He's going to take it down.
Yep. Got to 1 point, 1 in the million, in the middle. Sorry. Did the commentator just say, "Let's give this a sucker"?
said DV's a great player. To Balkan, Zet, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Good luck out there. King 935, he called.
Oh, 3 million in the middle. That was uncharacteristic of him.
This is
it. This is the hand. Did we make the final? Because this is it for sure. Oh, maybe he'll fold. Thought it was the other way around. So small. It's a lot easier to shove your chips, right, and send them. Oh no.
All right, we are literally on the record moment. We just tied the record of all time in 7-9 Jack Deuce. This is still going. This is a wild bluff with top pair. Not going to work. Does hit the deuce. The good news is, though, he's not for you. He's not going to bluff this, right? He's just got.
Yeah, because he has the showdown with the deuce. Yeah. The deuce saved me, I think.
Yep, 9-8 Jack 4. The Robbie gonna limp, and we have officially crossed the record. Benz, congrats! You are part of GGMillion history in a wild way. A record. We are seeing a record in. I don't know how many total shows. I'm gonna get that as well because there were seasons before I did it. This one, record breaking roller coaster.
This is it. This is it. Oh, he just calls.
He's gonna raise not all in.
King Deuce did not treat him well earlier.
He's gonna 1.5 it.
Call or rip? Fold it, buddy. Oh, he got more
4-second activated. Calls tens, not the dream flop. Gonna come out betting. Yeah. Nice to see bet there on a scary board, and now he has got the lead.
Oof. What are the blinds at? 500? Oof. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Does he just call here and trap?
This is too crazy. What's it? How many blinds is it? Like 8 blinds, right? It's too much.
Call.
He is going to call. Jack 9 Ace King. We have the longest GG ever millions. It is official, and now he needs a Jack or 9, or this thing will keep on going. A spade is good. Needs a Jack, a 9, or we will continue on the record. It's a Jack. Jack on the river. The winner, two-time champ DV on a 3-hour and 46-minute stream today. Official record. Bensbenz in the booth, and D Velizvik is your two-time GGMillion champion. We saw Lena here today, also known as Nicholas Osted, the 5-time champ who has 30 million roughly in GGPoker million or GG earnings on GG. Just crazy. I'm literally like a loss for words. This is a wild day. I mean, Benz, man, thank you for coming and give me a takeaway. I mean, so much. We saw huge laydowns pre-flop. We saw huge calls, huge bluffs. What was something that stood out for you today?
I mean, to set the tone with those kings, folded pre, it was kind of just like, oh, wow, what's going to happen today? And then that kind of set the tone of craziness, having it run out so long. But the battle in the heart of who got second again? What was his name? It was
that was your guy, Rodrigo.
Man, his heart was just, I loved it. That was impressive for me. And then
ton of final tables. I think he had 7 last season. Hell of a player. He really played great. So many talented players. We saw 3 players from Montenegro today, 3 players from Brazil, and a mixed bag from other. No Austrian players today, as we usually do see. And again, we will be here next week with Mike the Mouth Mattisau as the guest. And again, you can follow the Benz on Twitter, Instagram, and on the Twitch. He does stream and does giveaways and has a lot of fun. So I appreciate everyone. You're part of record. Thank you for the time. Thank you for the effort, the energy from the audience, and we'll see you next week. And of course, the giveaways, Twitter, always there pinned for each show. And we did have a winner as well. Congrats to them for they won. It was $100. It was $100. My player won, so we'll get them awarded that. And crazy match. See you guys next week with Mike the Mouth. Thank you so much, and Benz, thanks again.
Thank you for having me. Good night.